just slapping. We are live on Kruse Control. Play hard to get, little bit. Fantastic.
Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night and time for the Kruse Control Show. And here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is, guys, it's Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Hump Day. I hope you had the best hump day of all the hump days that have ever existed in the multiversal universe that is the ethoverse, that is this world, this dimension we live in, guys. Happy Hump Day. I'm happy to have you guys here. Again, guys, a lot going on. Still running for some office out there. I don't know what it is. Something. SAG-AFTRA. That's right, SAG-AFTRA president. So I'm still running for SAG-AFTRA president off the top. I'm also running for the local SAG-AFTRA president here in Los Angeles as well, just to put that out there too, because it's been a little difficult getting those votes once in a while, because a lot of my members can't actually vote. And why you may say that is, I'm going to tell you right now. Because there's something going on that if you don't pay your dues, one of the first things the union does is take away one thing, and that is your right to vote. And if you ask me right here, there's a big thing that's happening online, and that's this. Right now, during the campaign, SAG-AFTRA has stopped and halted all comments, all feeds on their social media pages. And they said it's because the campaign's going on. And to me personally, this is just a dereliction of duty. And if you ask me when it comes down to one thing, voting should not be the very first thing that's taken away. Voting is not a privilege. Voting is a responsibility for every member of our union. It is a duty. And to take that away is, again, showing that our leadership is failing right now. Our leadership is not standing up for us and letting us have our voice. We're not getting jobs. We can't make money and we can't pay our dues. That's the most time we have to vote and say we need change and we need help. So vote Brian Kruse. Vote Brian Kruse. We're going to fix that stuff, guys. I'm happy to have you back here. Guys, happy Hump Day. And quickly, off the top. This is kind of funny. I don't know if you saw this, but Odyssey, the whole trailer leaked for Odyssey. The very first trailer from Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. And you can't be too happy about this. I think this is the very first time this has actually happened to Christopher Nolan. Like, his trailer just leaks online. And the whole description is kind of interesting here. I can break it down for you right now. So it starts with, of course, this epic music, because it is a Nolan movie. And when you hear this sound, you hear darkness. Zeus is lost, smashes to pieces. A kingdom without a king since my master died. He knew it was an unwinnable war. And then somehow he won it. And they cut to see Tom Holland, the son of Odysseus, and then they show John Bernthal, who's a big part of this as well. And Bernthal has a little speech with him, and he says, "Who has a story about Odysseus? You? You have a story?" And then he says, some say he's rich, some say he's poor, some said he perished, and some say he's in prison. What kind of prison could hold a man like that? And then they have epic music again. We show the graphics, and it says, it is coming. Show Matt Damon in the wilderness, a little bit of Matt Damon. Then it says coming July 17, 2026. Now, I guarantee that Nolan is not happy this got out there, guys. I'd be mad if I were him, but this is out there. People are talking about it everywhere. Welcome back, Queen. Welcome back, Buck Rogers. Good to have you guys back here. Happy Hump Day. So happy to have you guys here. But going to be a great show today. It's Wednesday. I'm excited about Wednesday, as always, and I'm excited he's back, but you know he's here, the Thirsty Daddy himself. Mr. GR Waters. What's up, GR?
Hey, Brian. How you doing, bud? And by the way, I'm really glad it's Hump Day and not Monday, like I said in the opening.
You did say Monday.
Name next to thirst.
Well,
in the
Monday's close to
dictionary.
Wednesday.
It's close to Wednesday. It feels like a Monday almost sometimes. Maybe it's been this week. It's the 4th of July, GR. That's what it is. That's what it is. Right, Dave?
Thank you.
Yeah, Dave. That's what I'm talking about. Pep Star, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Smell like some bullshit to me.
God, don't tell me, Pep Star. Man, calm down. This fucking guy's always fired up, right, GR? So how you doing today? Happy Hump
Amen
Day.
to that.
It's Hump Day. You feeling good?
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling much better now.
Well,
The
I'm
sun's
happy to-
going down, so it's not bloody hot.
It is. I know it's been so hot right now in LA. It's just driving me nuts too. I'm like, can we please take it down just a notch? Just a scotch, right, GR? Just a little bit.
Yeah, like 10 degrees.
Because I don't want to see GR walk around in his boxer shorts all day. I've already saw that once. He wears the Kruse Control hat,
No, you
the
don't.
boxers, and he's saying he's staying cool in the summertime. And I'm like, GR, I know that's thirsty and all, but put a shirt back on. Good to have you back, GR. How you doing? You doing good, though? You doing good? You doing good?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Good to have you back, GR. Happy Hump Day. That's what we do on a Hump Day, guys. That's what we do on a Hump Day. And also joining us back on Kruse Control, happy to have him here too, having a great time from the show, always dominating the airwaves. Welcome back, Mr. Jonathan McFadden.
Oh, you got me with that GR boxers and Kruse Control hat. That I was not expecting that. A couple of things. First of all, you got to crank the volume on what's my stunt double's name again? Dave Bautista. Crank the volume on that so we can hear it.
It's Dave's connection, man. He's out not the best all the time. I try to talk to Dave about that. He won't fix his internet.
Hey, man. Jonathan.
Oh, but you see, Pepe always loud and clear. And I'm going to say one other thing. I told you this when we talked on the phone before, and I'll say it again. Look, I want SAG president to happen for you, and I'll work towards that, even if it's local president. But you know what we'll ultimately end up at? And you can attest to this. One day, y'all, Brian Kruse will run for either governor or senator for the state of California. I think, Brian, it's not just SAG that will benefit from your passion, your dedication, and your take no prisoners approach. I think the entire state could benefit.
I'll take that. There are aspirations in my mind. It's one thing at a time. And I do think we fix the union and we help the people out here. It's only off to the races from there, Jonathan. There's a lot that has to happen.
Advocate. You are an advocate at heart. No
Yeah,
matter what position you fill, you will always advocate for those who deserve it. And I think you'll find success there no matter what level you shoot for.
Dude, I thank you for that. And I think that that means a lot for one thing. And I appreciate you saying that because there's a lot that I've wanted to do in my career. And, you know, I struggle as an actor. I've been trying so hard. I found a voice here trying to help the union out. And as I get more passionate, as I get older, it's just like I feel like there's more to me than just acting, you know, than just being here and you know, doop, doop, doop. Hey, how's it going, guys? That'd be 1250, which is fun and all. Man, I love that. I love that career, but I just think there's something more that I can do. And that's why I'm standing up.
Hold on. What career do you go, boop-a-doop-a-doop, that'll be 1250?
That'll be 1250, please.
Is that your secret job in Reno where certain things are legal?
No, that's his waiter job.
Okay.
That's something job. That's a something job. But Jonathan, very quickly, I got one thing to do fast. So I'm going to give you a moment to talk on the floor for a second, okay? I'm giving you a moment, Jonathan. Anything that's on your mind, put it out there to people. You have probably 4 minutes. I just need 1 second to take care of something, okay?
You take your time. And yes, what I will say is this. Mostly I'm going to... Oh, thank you, later. Those are two very contradicting sound effects. I'll say a couple of things. I'm going to start with Brian. We need to get Brian on a ballot. What you guys have heard from Brian and seen on this show, it's all been what he wants to put out there to you. I have spent hours and hours and hours on the phone with him, going over strategies and ideals and concepts and plans for what happens if he does get on these ballots, right? And I'm telling you, rarely have I met or do I encounter a person who, it even feels weird hearing myself say this, but who is so selfless in what his fight is based on. This guy really does care about talent. And I'm not joking when I say SAG president, if they're not a celebrity, they need to be paid. And they need the kind of salary that allows them to rub elbows with the people that we want him to rub elbows with. And I get that, Queen. Queen said none of us can vote for him. I'm not
I know.
talking about all of us. I'm saying if you know somebody who's a SAG member, if you know somebody who's been an extra in a commercial or film or two, reach out and say, hey, are you union? Because you should look at this guy. I think Brian is exactly what we need to change things. That's A. B, this is a very strange day in our society because a jury of our peers convicted a man who did terrible things, but they only kind of convicted him. It's only halfway there, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna give. I know I'm not going to give everything away. I'm just saying.
Come on. We'll get into
I
that.
don't know if this is all something right or all
Later,
something
later,
wrong.
Jonathan.
I know. I'm not going into it. I'm just saying. It's interesting to me that people can say certain things one is guilty of, other things one is not. And if you look at what those laws are, and we'll talk about them,
Yeah, we'll get into that.
if you look at that, I think there was an injustice done today, but I will respect the decision of our process. I just think, man, we need people in place that can reestablish values, whether that's lawyers, judges, celebrities, or leaders. And Brian, you're one of those people, and that is why I think you can change things.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
Jonathan.
Good
That's
to be
fucking
here.
fantastic. Jonathan, look at that. Yeah, Jonathan. I appreciate you for saying that, and thank you for taking that moment. Yes, we just need someone that cares, wants to do something, will stand up, will fight the good fight, and will not back down no matter what it takes. A lot of people say they're going to do something, but they only half-ass it. And I'm not a half-ass kind of person. I'm
You're
full
a
in.
full ass.
I'm a
You're a
full ass
full-ass
kind of person. I go full ass. I don't stop. I never stop. So thank you for being here,
Don't
Jonathan.
make him an asshole.
It's time. It's hey. It's called Asshole
Well,
Anonymous.
You're not half-ass.
and-
You're
and-
whole ass.
Listen, the term is power bottom. Take that for what you will.
Thank you for being here, Jonathan. Thank you for being here as always.
You're welcome, Brian. You're welcome.
And also joining us back on Kruse Control is, of course, the very lovely Mr. Mr. So much, been so long, the very lovely Miss Sabrina Vittori. What's up, Sabrina?
Well, mine's not.
We can't hear you now, Sabrina. I think you're muted. There you go. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Jonathan really got me a little twisted with that power bottom comment. I'm sorry. I'm in shock.
That was something.
That's the first time I've ever seen you speechless, Sabrina, in all these years.
Legitimately speechless. I was like,
Like, what's he talking about? How you doing, Sabrina?
No, I think she knew exactly what he was talking about. She's a smart woman.
We're dead.
Welcome back, Sabrina. It's been too long. How's life?
Oh, so amazing. Busy, stressful, usual, I guess, life for me anyway. But I'm happy to be back. Hi, Queen. How are you? Good to see you. I'm so glad you're still here. I miss you guys too. I've just been super, super busy, unfortunately. I'm hoping things will level out soon and, I'll have a little bit more time on my hands, but we'll see.
William Buck Rogers. We'll let Jonathan's comments just lie right there. That's what I'm saying. Because
Slide. That's a poor choice of words.
Sabrina, it's good to have you back. Though, anything big been happening?
No, same stuff. Just busy with work, like I said, and just been kind of spread myself a little too thin, not sleeping enough. But like I said, hopefully it'll level out soon. So
It will level out, Sabrina, and we're happy to have you back.
Thank you for having me. Hi, guys.
This Nolan thing is pretty interesting, though. The fact that like the trailer leaked, that's like the first time I think that's happened for Christopher Nolan before. G, are you shocked by that?
Yeah, actually, I am. I mean, he's probably having kittens.
Yeah, he's probably going crazy. I mean, and then even the release date too wasn't announced. Now we have the release date too.
Well, it's Hollywood. Things don't always go as scripted.
I like I said that. How about you, Jonathan? What do you think about that trailer breakdown being released like that? The trailer leaked online. Is that surprising to you on a Nolan movie?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to say, Sabrina, your hair is perfect, and you're giving off like super strong Meg Ryan vibes right now.
And you're muted again, Sabrina. And you're muted again.
Yeah, because the dogs are barking. I keep trying to be respectful, and then I fuck it up. Thank you. I hope you're talking about pre-lip plastic surgery, Meg Ryan, because there's a big difference.
I know nothing about her mouth. I'm just saying your hair looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And
He only knows about the
somebody-
bottoms, not the tops.
coming from somebody who 5 years ago had hair. Can I do this for a second? Hold on. Do you guys see this? I mean, you might have to zoom in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I see you.
That picture, I mean, that wasn't that long ago.
You're giving off Antonio Banderas vibes in that picture.
Hey, you know what? You're welcome. But relationship trauma and things like then stress leads to baldness, but then wild professional success because that's all you have to focus on. Anyway, my point is, you look great, Sabrina. You look great.
Thank you very much.
Sabrina, are you shocked at that trailer leak too? Nolan's got to be mad, I bet. I mean, I've worked with Nolan for years. I imagine he's pretty peeved right now.
I mean, there's always going to be some sort of a situation where you're going to get pictures or like, BTS type stuff, but this is a pretty big leak. It was like when the script leaked from like some Marvel movie. Remember, like the script leaked and it was like a whole thing, and they had to like, rewrite stuff. And I don't know. I feel like this is a big one, not just your normal bullshit like Deadpool, Wolverine. Like pictures of them in from very far away doing the fight scene.
Yeah.
You tell us what you're talking about real quick.
There was a Marvel movie. I think it was that, if I remember right, I think it was
Ant-Man.
either Ant-Man. Yeah, I think it was Ant-Man, where they actually put the whole script online from Ant-Man.
The entire
Yeah, they were like rewriting things and changing things, and people were saying, and then they made this whole like new source system, which I worked on Quantum Mania. It was like 3 different things you had to log in to get, and even when you got them, you could only watch them on the actual like app, and it was like a whole thing to actually get your sides. Made it more difficult for the actor, I would say, but they wanted to protect their ass because again, they don't want this stuff leaking because everybody likes to push it everywhere. Oh, new picture, David Banner, great picture, man. It's all publicity. It could be publicity as well. It could be publicity. It really could be, but I don't think it is. Nolan.
So what happened?
Like the whole script for the movie leaked online. Like someone uploaded the whole script online, and before
someone that worked for Disney, right? Or someone that worked for Disney uploaded it, and then everyone like went apeshit, and it was blocked.
And Mickey Mouse was like, "I'm gonna get you boys." It wasn't good.
Wow, Brian.
He flew in his Millennium Falcon, and he caused some problems. He caused a ruckus, guys. Welcome back to Kruse Control. Happy Hump Day! Happy Hump Day! But there's a lot going on, guys. We gotta keep the shit moving because it doesn't matter if it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Any week, there's always one thing going down, guys. You know what that is. That is a lot of breaking news.
Woo!
All right, but the very first thing I want to talk about is I gotta change this whole thing because my thing's working fast, not right. The first thing I want to talk about is Jurassic World, guys. Jurassic World. Yeah, we'll get to Squid Game. Not Squid Game yet. Jurassic World. Jurassic World actually has come out today. It's officially out. The new 7th Jurassic Park movie. That's right, 7th Jurassic Park movie launched today and projected to make over the 4th of July weekend $260 million worldwide. Pretty massive. Normally, like these movies, like opening weekend, I think we were talking before, they're projected to be like under like 130 million. So it's a pretty big uptick they've like actually getting from a pre-sales. And it has a $180 million budget. So at that case right now, they're making their money back. Of course, there's marketing and advertising and all that. But by next weekend, it should be making a colossal, dinosauric, prehistoric box office. I don't know. I think it'd be really good. I'm really excited to see it. It does look a lot like Jurassic Park 3, which I keep hearing like it's kind of like that, which is the worst of the original Jurassic Park movie. So I hope it's great, guys. You know, you guys love dinosaurs. I love it so much. Will those numbers be as big as Squid Game, though, guys? Because Squid Game. 60.1 million views across the 6 episodes, guys. Massive numbers. Now broke all the other Squid Game records to launch as Netflix #1 show. And I know, yeah, we love dinosaurs, right? But I know a lot of people still are just kind of like, they've been mad about the ending. I've heard that a lot online. Of course, it's not a happy ending. It's not a happy ending, Jonathan. If you didn't finish it, did you finish it, Jonathan? I see that little look in your face. Okay,
yes, I did.
Okay, we'll talk about it. But I know that a lot of people have been upset about the ending, and even a lot of the cast were saying they were nervous about it. It's a phenomenal show. It leads up to what we've been talking about for a while, the David Fincher English version that's still coming. So that's actually all set up, which makes sense to bring it back home to the States before they're talking reboot, but I don't think it's a reboot now. It's just to be a complete continuation again. That Cate Blanchett kind of little pop in right there. Woo, guys, what a good cameo right there. But you gotta love when a plan comes together for them, at least. And I think the whole plan for Tron is falling apart, guys. I think it's falling apart. I love the idea of Tron Ares. I'm excited about it, but the whole Jared Leto thing right now, all those allegations that have been coming forward about him and underage girls, like that could really sidestep this whole production. It's supposed to launch in October, and Disney still is trucking ahead as of right now, but Jeff Bridges has been talking the production, and he's talking about his character because his character did die off in the last Tron. Tron, of course, was that 2010 that came out? So his character died off, and then he's like, well, guys, this is the grid. It's a whole digital universe that's made up of gabs and gaps, and it's possible that in that place it worked out that I still have a small part of my consciousness somewhere and that he still exists in the grid. So get ready, because Jeff Bridges is coming back for the new Tron, and I just hope, guys, this movie comes out. Again, those Jared Leto allegations are big. Mickey Mouse, as I said before, I don't mess around. And he might not mess around with this. That's all I'm saying. How many Mickey Mouse things did I do today? I don't know. We're going to do a counter. GR will keep track.
This is my dream.
This is mine.
37.
This is my grid. This is my grid. You can't stop me.
You're doing a great job. Wow.
But I think they would keep making these
All right,
movies
kids.
forever if they could, GR. They keep making forever if they could. And, careers don't always last forever, but Spielberg says his is not stopping anytime soon, because Steven Spielberg says, I will not retire, guys. Everyone's asking him, are you going to retire? Do you have plans to retire? What's happening? He's got a UFO movie coming out right now. He's been working on it. It's filmed. It's done. It's in the can, but still no plot details. Still no plot details of her, but he was getting an award over the weekend. He said, just so you know that all of you, I'm sending all my love out to you right now. And I'm making a lot of movies, and I have no plans to ever to retire. And it comes down to his highly anticipated UFO maybe. He's still not saying, they haven't said they're going to cancel it. They're still trucking forward, Queen. And I hope they still make it happen. I just wonder if this Jared Leto thing, we'll have to keep you posted what happens with that. But again, Spielberg says he's going to keep going. The screenplay is from the original Jurassic Park scribe, David Coop, actually wrote this UFO movie. There's still no idea what's going to come. And with the release date already on the table of June 12, 2026 from Universal Pictures, you'd think we would have some kind of information about this, some kind of synopsis, something. But I love, he did great with E.T., he did great with War of the Worlds. Why will he not do great with another UFO movie? I'm all about it. Come on, Spielberg. Never stop. Never stop. Keep directing for the rest of your life. Be like Scorsese. He keeps going too. You can be the same thing. Legend in our business, guys. Do not drop that schedule. But Drop is coming on Peacock, guys. That's right. If you're ready for Drop to be coming out, it's about airdropping, guys. If you didn't see Drop, it's about a girl that's, she's on a date for the first time after a long time. She lost her husband. She's a single mom. And she goes on this date, and all of a sudden someone starts airdropping her. All these pictures about you better do what I'm going to say, or I'm going to hurt your family. I'm going to hurt your kid. Do not tell anybody, or I'm going to hurt your kid. It's a whole great little premise. I actually enjoyed the movie. I know Sabrina had some problems with the ending, but she'll probably talk about that later. But the ending kind of goes down.
It was awful.
The ending, it's not as believable as the rest of the movie, but it is dropping on Peacock July 11th. That's right, Superman Day, guys. Get ready to check it out. If you get a chance to see it, I think the cinematography is great. It's actually kind of fun. Yeah, the Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Another great movie there. Yes. He's done some great alien movies, so I entrust him with my aliens, just like I entrust Matt Reeves with the Batman script, guys. But Matt Reeves, come on, man, get this out already. He dropped the first draft. He was meeting with, again, James Gunn, and he sat down with him after 3 years. He drops the script, and he says, this is my first draft. This is my first draft. After 3 years, it's your first draft? Your first draft after 3 years. Oh, man. I know the fans got to be going crazy about this. Pattinson himself is still saying he's getting too old to be Batman. He's 39 years old. Yeah, Pattinson. He's 39 years old, Jonathan. And he's saying
he's so old.
He's saying he's so old and he might not be able to be Batman soon if they don't actually give him an opportunity to do this soon. If it takes much longer, he might just turn this down. I honestly think that it would be a fool if he walked away from this. The first one was a big hit for him. I think he should be the Batman moving forward with Corn Sweat 2 with our new Superman, but we'll have to find out if that actually comes into fruition because James Gunn said he still hasn't decided upon that. But come on, Matt Reeves, drop the final draft. You should be the final draft at this point. You aren't. I don't know why. I get it. You've gone through some health issues or some family issues, I hear. But at the end of the day, we want Batman. 3 years is a long time. It's going to take 5 years for the movie to actually come out, guys. That is insanity. But you know what? It'll be a reboot at that point. And there's a lot of reboots coming, guys. Look at the Running Man coming, guys. The new Running Man trailer dropped. A big reboot. Of course, Glenn Powell, or maybe E.T. Part 2. It could be E.T. Part 2, William Buck Rogers. Maybe that's why he's not saying, Elliot, I'm home. Get it, E.T. Get it, E.T. So I'm going to say this, though. I think this looks interesting. The trailer, I will play the trailer for you a little bit, guys. Phone home, Queen.
You're so much better at Mickey than you are E.T.
Oh, Jonathan.
You're working for the right park there, buddy.
But the Running Man is coming. Edgar Wright. This feels like an Edgar Wright. When you see the trailer, it feels like an Edgar Wright movie. And Edgar Wright was up for James Bond, as we talked about the other day. And again, I think that Edgar Wright's a fantastic director. There's definitely some comedy, as you can tell from this picture of Glenn Powell. Definitely this comedy. It's a reboot of the Arnold Schwarzenegger version that took place in the 80s, except this one looks like it's not as contained. That Schwarzenegger one was more of like an arena type environment. This is like the whole world. They're like branching out for this reality TV series where people are competing for their life for a chance to win the grand prize. I'm going to play this trailer for a little bit. And of course, Glenn Powell's character has a sick daughter, and he's a working class person named Ben Richards. And he's convinced that this show, if they bring him on there and he saves the day, he can actually save his daughter from death, which I think is a fantastic noble attempt too, but it's a crazy premise. It comes out November 7th. Big reboot for Glenn Powell, the reboot 90 king of himself. Of course, he did Twisters. There's still that backdraft rumor he's doing. He's trying to make all these 90s movies with the Glenn Powell stamp of approval. And, hopefully this reboot does better than of course, all the reboots for Cat in the Hat. But Cat in the Hat's coming back, guys. Cat in the Hat is coming back, and I wish it was this version. I wish it was this Bill Hader from SNL. I wish it was this version, but it's not. It's an animated version. Could you imagine if Bill Hader actually looked like this? I still love that he played this on SNL. It just leads to all the comedy gold here. But Warner Brothers Pictures and the animation studio has revealed the first trailer for Cat in the Hat. It's coming out very soon. I gotta say, I hope it's good, guys. I'm a big Cat in the Hat fan. I still like the Mike Myers version. I had fun with it. Mike Myers is great. He's perfect for the role. People hated on that. Go back in time. If you could turn back time and watch it again, which you can, watch it now and see if you still hate it. This one's coming out February 27th. That's right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. And maybe the Cat in the Hat could talk to you. Yeah. But the Cat in the Hat is coming. I'm sorry, G.
Looks like a rat.
He does in that, but that's an SNL sketch. I wish he looked like that. I wish he did. But of course, in the trailer, which I can show to you too, I have that booted up. I can show that to you a little bit.
Let's watch it.
And the trailer, though,
it's a Monday, right, Gio? Let's watch it.
But even in that trailer,
it's Monday again.
He unveils all the boxes, and Thing 1 pops out, and Thing 2 pops out, and Thing 34 pops out. But what's in the box is the question. And what's in the box is coming, guys. What's in the box is coming. Neil Patrick Harris, he's got his new show. He's doing a new show over and he's like a new game, high stakes game show, guys. Get ready for this. 6 episodes they have coming, 40-minute episodes, so pretty good length, guys. 45-minute actually episodes. It's a life-changing event, high stakes game show where contestants participate in a massive guessing game where every decision could lead to real life-changing rewards, guys. Giant boxes will conceal these jaw-dropping prizes they're saying with wild surprises, unexpected reveals, and we got to find out what's in the box. I really want to find out. It's kind of like, is it cake? That's what it feels like to me. It's like, it feels like, man, that's what we're doing these days. But good for them, I think the only person that can tell us that what's in the box is Tyler Henry, Hollywood's Medium, guys. I love this guy so much. Have you seen him before? I love him so much. He's a great medium. He's told some really good tales. He's sat down on YouTube. You can find all of his content. Watch that for Kruse Control. He's got the views for a reason. We would still hate it. What's in the box, David Banner? But I love this guy, and unfortunately, he has had massive surgery. And this is a sad thing. And it makes me wonder. Like, he had this removed this non-cancerous fluid-filled cyst that was near the center of his brain, guys. Near the center of his brain, and they removed it. And it was like 1 of a million chance it could actually be there. So he's like, I should go play the lottery that this actually happened to me. But like, he actually got it removed, and he's doing okay. He's recovering faster than they thought he would. He's gonna have a full recovery. This guy right now, I was saying this earlier when I was live on TikTok today. I was like, was that what was making that medium connection to the dead? I don't know. Maybe that cyst was like connecting him to the afterlife. I still hope he has that power because he is phenomenal. Watch his stuff. He was talking to a celebrity, and he was saying that he saw a fire in her future very soon, and she's going to lose all her belongings, and a month later, the LA fires happened, and her whole house burned down. Guys, a lot of breaking news here, Mike. A lot of breaking news. Happy to have you guys back, but you know, just because there's so many trailers, it's not a Monday, it's a Wednesday. Let's watch some in Trailer Talk. Okay, guys, my question is around. We got 2 big trailers that dropped. We got The Running Man. We got The Cat in the Hat. Which one goes first? That's my question. Let's go to the panel, guys. Do you guys want to watch both? And if you do, which one should we watch first?
Cat in the Hat, please.
Sabrina, I can't hear you.
I agree.
I vote Running Man.
We got 2 Cat in the Hats to 1 Running Man, Sabrina. Oh, we can come back. We can do them both. But I guess we'll start with Cat.
Do them both. We should, but here's the thing. We know Running Man is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Cat in the Hat, there are just more holes to fall in.
Well,
Oh, I see. So you like to end with or you like to start with disappointment and end with an uplift.
Yes, I'm human.
Oh, I must not be. I like to start off strong and then piss on whatever's next.
I'm watching you, Jonathan.
all right.
You got to remember, she's from New York. She got that attitude.
That's true.
I spent half my life. I spent half the year in New York. I just got back from. Listen, I get you. Let's watch Cat in the Hat.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So, guys, here's the trailer for
I'm
Cat
voted. I bow. Cat in
in the Hat.
She's like, I'm not even voting.
Bill Hader.
Wait, Bill Hader's really the voice of this guy?
He is. Yep.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Hence the picture.
Waiting to be unlocked, Jonathan.
That might change my vote a little bit.
In the vibe that you probably shouldn't be opening this. That. Do not open.
Come on, that's just a suggestion.
Stop. Stop it.
I
No.
like the animation.
Don't!
Oh
Jonathan S. Here we go, Jonathan.
Welcome back to the Institute for the Institution of Imagination and Inspiration, LLC.
Hey, giraffe with a crab. Pig in a wig. Hi, bug in a mug. Yak with a pack. Ron.
Ron.
Was 3 giraffes on his last mission.
Popcorn! Actually, it was 5. Today is going to be the best day ever!
Okay.
Go to the montage. Let's light it up.
Cat?
Cat! Cat in the Hat. You have gone too far. Did you say toot fart?
I did not. I said too far.
Toot fart?
Too far.
I heard toot fart again.
Okay.
So, I'm just gonna leave some things here. Okay, bye.
He's leaving some things.
Okay, I changed my opinion. I feel like that was hilarious, and I will be watching it immediately.
I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of like that. I giggled a few times. It got me. It got me.
Shocking for me, but I really enjoyed that.
The Things. I think the Things part was great too. They're just dancing at the end.
Dude, Bill, he's hilarious. I didn't realize when you said I wish it was this version. I thought that you were just like I was like, why are you showing us an irrelevant picture? But now I get it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah, Bill Hader's the Cat in the Hat.
I'm always a replacement host, everyone, just so you know. I don't have time to ever do the research that I used to do because I don't know I'm coming on until like 4 minutes before I have to take an hour drive from work to home. So apologies. I had no idea it was Bill Hader, and now I appreciate your. Now we're going from it's like a wine tasting. We're going from champagne to a Bordeaux. So good job, Jonathan and GR, starting with Cat in the Hat, light champagne prosecco situation. We're gonna tumble on down to a Cabernet currently, right? To see Running Man. Well,
kind of. I would say
it might be more of a Bordeaux.
I would say it's similar to wine tasting or becoming a sommelier or Chalamet, as some would call it.
Don't say Chalamet. Don't say Chalamet.
No Chalamet on the show.
It's not based on information. It's not based on information. It's based on just picking a point of view and sticking to it, committing to it. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And yeah, now I actually do want to see it. And what sold me on that was when, I guess it was the second thing, arrived and like fell over and just laid there. There's humor that sort of
neurodivergency.
I can't beat that. So yes.
I got 2 words for you. Treat now.
He was the power bomb.
Oh
wow!
You are on the cartoon, sir. It's not South Park.
GR, are you that excited about that too?
Mr. Slave is the
I think
answer
it
to that
looks
question.
good. I can't wait to see it.
I think it looks good. It looks fun. Looks fun, you know. Get a Cat in the Hat.
You want to be my best friend?
It's a classic. It's a classic. And if they can remake it and make the people who are very much aware or dare I say like shaped by the classic and their kids, the younger generation, appreciate it equally, then job well done. Is it going to be good? I don't know. But if it makes both generations laugh and enjoy themselves at the theater, which is that where it's coming out at?
Yep, it's coming to theaters February. Yep, we're coming to theaters, Jonathan.
Listen.
Come to theaters.
Nope. I'll tell you right now, my prediction, nobody's going to the theater to see that. But everybody will watch it at home.
Yeah, but you know what people are going to go to the theater to see? The Running Man. Here's that trailer.
Yes.
Stop filming me!
Ben Richards, 35, married, 1 child, in medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch us up.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you. It's the biggest show in the country.
Bloodlust is our birthright! Set it free! Welcome to the Running Man!
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down. And get your family out of Slumside for good.
I'm gonna come back here and burn this building down. I promise.
That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit!
I have that same jacket.
I believe it.
Him down!
I wish I had that jacket.
I think you should be that guy. Big misstep.
I thought that minutes ago.
You can tell us Edgar Wright directing this.
Beautiful.
Stop filming me!
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
You might be moving up too fast.
Freebie.
You better run! I got a grenade!
Oh shit!
Back at you.
Go!
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
Jason Statham's too busy doing new movies that suck, not old movies that suck.
Are you crazy?
The Running Man.
Now, Queen said the Running Man did not need a remake.
Yeah.
Queen is 100%.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
It doesn't. But here's the thing: it doesn't need it. But if the remake is good, and let's remember what matters, it brings in more debit cards. Right, more dollars to the IP owners. They're going to try it.
Their penis, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, very good, very good.
Sure thing.
So yeah, none of this is needed. Cat in the Hat didn't need a remake, but if they can profit off of it,
Yeah, it did.
they'll do it. And I think sometimes
as
we
funny as it looks,
forget.
it might be.
Sometimes we forget that it's not about legacy. It's not about respecting the stories of the past and the things that shaped us and our generation. It's always only about the money. And if they can make money, they will remake anything.
True.
Yeah.
Rude.
Which is
And
always
so-
what it comes down to. They're looking for that dollars, Jonathan. And they also feel like that's going to be a simple, easy way to make money because it has a nostalgia, it has the connection. But I like what people are saying about Jason Statham, though. Jason Statham seems like he should be this character in here. But Glenn Powell is like the 90s remake guy. I keep saying that. And
He
they
has
like to
all
put
the
Glenn Powell in.
remakes.
He has all the remakes.
Everything.
Just throwing Glenn
Top
Powell in there
Gun,
now.
Twister.
He's doing this now. He's going to be doing Backdraft, so that's still on the back burner. But I
But
think
there's another one. There's another one I'm missing.
yeah, he's like the remake. He's like the remake '90s king right now, and he's just like they keep throwing him in here. So that's what I think, and I think that Jason Statham would have made sense in here. But this also is a bigger, bombastic kind of movie than the original one too.
He was also a lot older.
Yeah, well, that's true. Very true. A lot older.
And
All it is. Go ahead.
an arena? Like they were in an arena.
They're in an arena,
Like,
Sabrina. Yeah, this is like the world now. We're going out in the world.
it's not. It's not. So it's not. It's the same concept, but it's not really a remake. Like the original one was like it was like super like it was like basically like a
game show.
Yeah, but what's the game where you
American
like
Gladiators, kind of.
Yes, but like on crack, right?
Mhm.
So it was like the original one, and now they're like taking it out into the world, which is making it like the race show. What's the
It's closer to death.
The Amazing Race.
yeah, the Amazing Race, like with death. Yeah, it's pretty much what they're selling, I think, here. But it's not necessarily Running Man. Like, remember the old one? Like, it was like that announcer. He was like super famous, and he was like, "And now going into the like." It was like there was like a whole. It was literally. It was very studio and very different.
That was Richard
than what I just
Dawson.
watched.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. Oh, the guy who made out with all the chicks on whatever. What is going on with my hair? Thank you for complimenting it, but it's driving me nuts.
No,
Jonathan.
it looks great. It's
Jesus
better than
Christ.
your points right now.
Oh,
My points are fucking fantastic,
No,
and they're all
because
true.
here's my point. Here's my point. Because back then,
Oh, is your
back
point better
then-
than mine? Let's go, fucker.
No, it's not. It's not at all. You're gonna win, and I'm.
All right, children.
No, I'm telling you, she's gonna win.
Daddy.
My thing is this: back then, when that first came out, the host and the whole theme fit that society, and that's what that society in the was it 80s, 90s?
80s, in the 80s, yeah.
That's what sold. Think back to culture at that time. If you were even alive in that time, I don't know how old you are, but you look like you're 19. But back then, I'm older than you. So back then,
Okay, let's
I'm much older than you.
Score brownie points, sir.
That's not brownie point. I mean, I guess on this show, I'm the only one that can score those kinds of points. But the point is, back then.
Excuse me, youngster. I don't think so.
'87 it came out, the original.
I don't look.
GR's asshole is also brown, in case you were curious.
I don't think.
He is a power bottom.
I was going to say I don't think GR gets the joke, but you trumped that. You keep winning. But let me make my point, Brian, real quick. Back then, it was supposed to be a little bit more show forward. It was a little bit more presentational rather than representational. Hey everybody, it's the game show. Here we go. Like we had that kind of vibe when it comes to TV shows and hosts and that sort of thing. Yeah. Now it's a little more, I don't know, what's his name? Patrick Harris. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris. It's
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah. Thank you. It's more real people or actors being game show hosts and things like that. So it needs to be a bit more approachable in the demeanor, but more exaggerated in the effects and cinematography and things like that. So I think they're remaking this in a way that's suited for this generation. And I think it's going to work.
Like cell phones are running around, people are filming it. It just feels much more like that. There was an Amazon movie that came out, but it feels very much like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was it's the same kind of deal where it's like the girl, it was like, Aquafina was in it. And it was all about, she wins the lotto and everyone's trying to kill her.
Oh my God. Amazing movie.
Yeah. This reminds me of. Yes,
Sidebar really quickly about the lotto. I literally randomly there was a huge jackpot, whatever, one day, and at work I was like, we should all go in on tickets. And literally two of my coworkers, both younger, like Gen Xers, right? They're younger.
Gen
right?
Z.
Oh, no.
You're Gen X.
I am? Okay,
Yes.
Gen Z. So Gen Zers, I don't really care about that bullshit, but it does kind of play a thing about work. Working ethics are completely different depending upon what generation you are. Like a Gen Zer is like, that is not my job description, which I have hanging on my desk. And if it doesn't require me to open the door for you if your hands are full. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm like,
you're so right.
What kind of human? Be a human. Can you be a fucking human? Gen Zer? Fuck off.
You know why? You know why, Sabrina?
We love you, Gen Zers.
We were told all of our childhood that if you don't fill in that bubble completely with your number 2 pencil, then it doesn't count.
He's millennial.
I filled in the bubble completely, and then I raced around it when I had to because I was getting overzealous. I do it. I do all the things.
GR, what do you think of the Running Man?
I would write in.
Are you
I would write.
Well, it's got
Sabrina.
To
Hold on.
answer your question, Brian.
I'm going to respond.
No Schwarzenegger. No, shut up!
I will. Thank you. I'm telling you.
Off and gave GR the floor. Fuck you,
Brian, to answer your question,
I'll come back to
but these two can't top.
Yeah.
With no Richard Dawson and no Arnold Schwarzenegger, this looks like a piece of trash to me.
Oh, GR, you really don't like it at all, huh?
Hey, I'm old enough to know better and young enough to enjoy it, Sabrina.
Nice hat.
I think GR. I think this actually looks like. I know it's hard to top Schwarzenegger. I feel the same way. It's hard to top Schwarzenegger. What they did with that movie worked really well for me. This, I mean, it's gonna be a fun movie, but it does feel like a remake of that Aquafina movie. That's all it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like The Running Man. But then again, we got.
It doesn't look anything like the original to me, Brian.
But I will still check it out.
They just took the title and slapped it on a different film.
That happens a lot.
Point originally, by the way, fuck nuts and stupid.
Okay.
GR did his Scantron tests with a hammer and a chisel. Okay, for us,
that's right.
For us, when we had to use number 2 pencil.
Back in the dark ages, that's all we had.
No, it was a feather pen, dude. It was a fucking feather pen. Okay.
I remember.
Sorry, Jonathan. We've been going way over on this. We're going way over on this. We're going to keep this ship moving.
You cut us off on our points, and okay, fine, go.
We're going way over, guys. We haven't gotten the hot takes yet, guys.
Oh, God damn it. Let's go.
I think we've had quite a few of them, actually.
There've been a lot, but now it's that time for those hot takes. All right, everybody. Now it's that time for those hot takes. This is the time to put one man on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute, break down all their hot takes. So let's break it news. Now, can they make it before the bomb blows up? That is the question. I'm excited to find out who will be the hot take master for episode 352 of Kruse Control, guys.
Wow, really?
Let's go
to
the panel.
Is that what this is?
352.
Congratulations, Brian. Honestly, like all craziness aside, that's a huge accomplishment. Congrats, man.
We're doing it for a while. It's crazy. Sabrina knows we were there 300 episodes. We're at 52 episodes. Wow. Crazy how fast time goes by. And then bam, here we are. We'll hit that 400 before you know it. Before the day is done, and I'll be SAG after president. Let's get GR, who's gonna go first?
Well, she's been gone so long, we got to start with our girl.
No, I'm sorry. I veto that. I get to pick who goes first, and I'm not going first. I go last every time. So
sorry, I picked the order now, Sabrina.
Not when I'm on.
Well, you don't want to go, then you can not go at all. How's that?
How about you go fuck yourself kindly with a slide lube situation?
Okay, I'm leaving. I've had enough of her bullshit.
I see what you mean, GR.
Right. Calm down. We're going to go to Jonathan first, okay, everybody?
I'll go. Listen, I'll do it. Oh, my God.
We're going to go to Jonathan.
I always It's my thing.
Well, be nice to GR.
Wow.
We can't be fighting like this. He knows
I always go last. He's trying to pull rank on me, and that's bullshit.
Well, Brian, we've been doing a lot of episodes, Sabrina.
This is like when you go to like Vegas or a Golden Corral with that couple who's your friend, but you know it's on the edge, and one of them is charged for like 2 desserts or something, and they're fighting it over, and it's just like, you know what, guys, I got it.
Oh, that's
I got it.
That's not us. It's the Panicos. You missed them.
Only if you say please.
They've been on the show.
All right, Jonathan. I'm excited for your hot takes. You feeling good about these?
I mean, I never feel good about them, but I've learned to push through this feeling of, oh my God. So yeah, let's go. If I can read my writing, great. If not, you know what? GR or Sabrina, they deserve a win. So let's go for it.
All right. Here we go.
You cannot.
Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
You had that button ready to go. Okay. Jurassic World. My thing is, look, if it ain't broke, make a sequel. And that's what they did. Squid Games. I think what they should do is bring in all the 90s stars. Can we get like the Power Rangers and Beetleborgs and all the people who were stars in the 90s? They can be the contestants in the American version of Squid Game because it's coming. TRON. I don't know what I wrote there, but it makes money. Spielberg. There comes a point where you don't need to retire. You just keep doing what you do. Spielberg, whether you make money or not, you don't need it. Just keep being Spielberg. Something about Pattinson. He's 39 years old. Stop. He can't be 39 years old. Running Man, we talked about that. Cat in a Hat, talked about that. Oh, Box, Neil Patrick Harris, fantastic host. And then Tyler Henry. My only question is, who is that?
Great hot takes.
Wait, what was that sound effect, Brian? I think I have a phone.
Someone's here, Jonathan. Great hot takes.
It was like a doorbell and a mail truck. Like, ding dong, here's some info for you. But that's not my song. Anyway, that's the best.
I'm giving this to Jonathan.
Hey, nope. I'm going to keep it clean. I'm not going to make a mind-blowing head joke there. I'm just going to keep it clean.
Great hot takes.
No jokes about head.
Everybody. What I was going to say is with my number 2 pencil, the reason I had such a hard time in school is on the Scantron, I would write in the answers that law school actually prefer. So after C or D, I used to make my own circle and fill it in completely and write in actually, and then blah, blah, and I was in like fourth grade. I'd be misspelling actually and stuff like that.
I feel like we're kindred spirits, honestly. Like I had a teacher that would give us Weisman dollars. They were called. His name was Mr. Weisman, by the way. Shout out, Mr. Weisman.
I had Banky bucks.
See, right? Teachers do this thing, right? So like, I would do a test and like I had to get one wrong, and then there'd be like extra credit, and I'd have 104, and he'd be like, "You have 104. Why are you arguing?" I'm like, "Because this answer is wrong. These both are correct. This is correct, and that is correct." And I'd show him the textbook, and he'd be like, "Oh, fine." And then he asked everyone who had that answer correct to bring their test up, and then he would adjust everyone's scores. And he was so mad at me all the time.
Oh yes. Did
like,
you ever go?
You have 104. I'm like, I have 105.
Did you ever go in the morning announcements and call out your teachers because it was live? There were no tapes. Once a week. Once a week. But it was kind of like Kruse Control, where this is not the time to call out your teachers. This is the lunch menu reading, right? So I'd be like, on today's menu, there's treachery because Mrs. Scott didn't allow me. Yeah.
Great hot takes. Great hot takes, Jonathan. Great hot takes. We got to keep this moving. Awesome. We're going to be doing a 3-hour show at this rate, guys. Come on. 3-hour show. Okay.
GR's so pissed off at me right now. Look at him.
I know he is.
Throw something at the camera.
Can you guys, I don't know if you guys can settle this somehow. I wish I had battle on TikTok.
I apologize. I'm not trying to be an asshole.
No, it's simple. I'm going to pass and let her go and be last.
Let's settle this on the show.
GR, you can do hot takes. Come on, man.
I'll go now if you want me to go. How about we compromise? I'll go now if you want me to go.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Come on, GR.
I'll go, Brian. Just let's get this over with. We're way behind.
You want to go last?
All right, GR. Let her go, then we'll go to you, okay?
Try to help.
I don't give a shit, Brian. Somebody go.
I'm gonna have her go, then you're gonna go, okay? GR, we're going to Sabrina fast here.
Whatever.
GR, I apologize. I didn't mean to make you angry.
All right, Sabrina. It's been a while. Here we go. Without further ado, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
I would really love a world where we didn't have to do remakes of everything a million times with different characters and different fucking actors and all the things. It's enough already with Jurassic World. I'm sure people are excited for Scarlett Johansson to be running around in a tank top, but that's probably the biggest draw. I do like what Buck Rogers said. People love dinosaurs. Squid Game. My least favorite season. However, very fucking dramatic, very fucking amazing. A lot of things that I wish they would have changed, but whatever. Tron, Jared Leto, oopsie, don't be a cunt. Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges, maybe that helps. I don't know. Steven Spielberg, not retiring. Thank you. I wish people would announce they're retiring when they're not. Drop, going to Peacock. Sure, okay, that movie, the ending sucks balls. Matt Reeves, get it together. By the way, 39, dude, you're not too old, you fucking idiot. Cat in the Hat sounds great. What's in the Box? Gwyneth Paltrow? Tyler Henry. Dude, I'm glad you're cool, dude. You have done a lot of reading for famous people, and like, it comes through. So, good on you. I hope it wasn't the tumor. I hope you get a career.
Great. Hot takes, Sabrina.
If you wanna have a good time,
woo!
just give me a call. Stop me now.
Listen, that was...
I can't help it. That's what happens when Queen comes on. And I mean you, Queen, and also Queen.
Woo! I don't know what's happening with that. That's weird. Something weird happening. But great hot takes, Sabrina. Great hot takes.
Just full, and it's like there's one hole over here randomly.
Would it be wrong? And you guys can totally say no. I'm not going to have my feelings hurt at all. I feel like there's some major beef distance between GR and Sabrina, and maybe this is the time and place.
I don't think it's the time, but I think that GR and I are actually fine. We've known each other for a very long time. I obviously irritated him because I was here very much in the beginning, and he's here very much now, and so it's a weird overlap situation. And the last time I was on, again, covering for someone, I still had the choice of picking who goes when, and he knows I always go last, and so I'm sorry if I stepped on your toes. I didn't mean to. It just, it is what it is. And so I apologize. I don't want you to be pissed off for the rest of the show. There's no reason for that.
Let's go on, Brian. Let's move forward.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Great.
All right, GR. Oh, here we go.
When I was 14, I wanted to be Jerry Springer. So keep going.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know what? Keep dreaming.
Okay, Jerry.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go, GR. GR. I know you got this, man. You always got this. I believe in you, GR. Come on, you're like the Dark Knight of Kruse Control. Come on, GR.
Hell yeah.
Come on. All right. Without further ado, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
As a dinosaur lover, I hope it roars, the new Rebirth. Squid Game's a hard pass on that piece of trash. TRON series, I bet it's going to get shelved. I wish it wouldn't, but I think it is. Spielberg, he's not going to retire. He's too good. Drop's going to be on the cock next Friday, Must be horny. Batman Part 2, not a part of Mr. Blank's DCU. My question is, why? Cat in the Hat looks cute. I'm going to definitely watch it. What's in the box? That sounds interesting. Neil, I'm sure you'll tell us what's in there. Tyler Henry, pray for the dude. That is major surgery, if you don't know. And Running Man, passed big time on that piece of trash.
Great hot takes, GR. Woo! Yeah! All right.
That was really good, GR. That might have been one of your bets. That was really good.
Yeah, it was great across the board, buddy.
Yeah. What was the joke about being on the cock? What was that?
I mean, that's
well, they said they're dropping on the cock next Friday, so I figured they must be horny.
For half a sec, I thought you were going to break into a rap. Like I was all in.
I would love if GR broke into a rap about living on the Peacock.
Sorry, that is never going to happen.
I would pay for that.
I would totally pay for that.
How much would y'all pay? There's a donation button right there in the chat.
How much would you pay for the GR rap about living on the cock, guys? Let me know, and maybe it'll happen. It's like living on the edge. Like living on the edge, but he's like living on the Peacock.
$30 right now if you'll rap something, GR. $30.
I don't know how to rap, dude. I don't play those games.
You don't?
I like
make it 40.
Jonathan,
$40.
I like.
I'll
Jonathan,
take that.
listen very carefully. I like real music.
So if you make up a song about Kruse Control right now, $45. In the like
Jonathan, we're trying to get the show back on the time scale.
Okay. Way behind.
Let's move on, Brian.
All right, guys. I'm putting it out to you.
Money.
I'm putting it out to you guys. This is that time where you vote it up. I'm starting the poll. You tell me who you think should win. Hot takes right now. And while you guys are doing that, take that minute, breathe it in, take a second. We believe in you guys. I can't wait to find out who's the win. And while you're doing that, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for a quickie. All right, everybody, it's time for a quickie because everybody's got time for a quickie, right, guys? We got time. This is that time. Put that 10 minutes on the clock. We break down all the latest breaking news and discuss it in more thorough investigation. We get into it. We got 10 minutes, guys. Let's go with it. Let's make this happen. All right, I'm going to go over to, I guess I'll go over to GR first here. GR, Sabrina's back. We'll go over to GR fast. Go around the clock right now. GR, quickly. Okay. All the breaking news, I'm going to talk about this right now. When it comes on all this stuff, we're talking about, of course, Drop. I mean, you didn't see Drop, but Spielberg. Let's talk about Spielberg fast. Do you think that Spielberg will ever retire?
Yeah, the day they bury him.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to ever go. And the fact that people are asking for him to go, it just doesn't seem like that's ever going to be in his repertoire. I feel like there's a bunch of directors like, no, I'll keep going until I drop dead. And I think the idea of that, even asking that's like kind of hilarious in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the man is too talented. There's a special on TV right now where he talks about the movie that gave him the true start.
Yeah, what was that?
Jaws.
Oh yeah, Jaws was great. You talked about that earlier with me too. Yeah, Jaws is a great movie. He's had so many big hits, and everyone's going through them.
He was talking about that when he said, 90% of the time the damn shark didn't work. He said, this is going to sink I'm not going to have a career. And as it turned out, that's made his career.
And Jurassic Park was a big thing for him too, and they're still trying to capture that magic again. Do you think Rebirth will capture that magic of Jurassic Park 1?
I hope so, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. But I really, like I said, I hope it roars because the last couple have not exactly been stellar. Is that a polite way of putting it?
Yeah, they've been trying. They've been trying, GR. The last one still made $1 billion.
But they sucked.
But it still made $1 billion. When someone makes $1 billion, they just keep making them.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that for a minute, Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
Money talks, right?
100%. Like Sabrina, money talks. And it's like these Jurassic World movies, they'll just keep going. They're not going to stop making these. I just don't believe it. Rebirth is, again, we're jumping back in. Like you said about Scarlett Johansson, yeah, people are going to love to watch her run. But she also like, I mean, she's not going to wear stilettos, though. Hopefully no stilettos like when they did with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's just not do that. But I think this is still going to do great.
They didn't do that. You know they are, right?
In stilettos. Of
course they are. That's what they do. And then they put her in a blanket in the third movie and call it good. What are you doing?
That's how it goes.
As soon as possible, and then sit under a blanket. What? What are we doing?
And they're just like doing something to make it happen. I just think that this new one, they have to have it like, it has to have that intenseness. It has to feel like the original where it's like the suspense is there. The dinosaurs have to be cool, but I keep hearing there's not that many dinosaurs in the beginning of it and people want more of that fight and it's not there.
Well, I mean, doesn't the beginning of it set up the story? Like, why would there be, like, is the dinosaur going to be like breaking the gate at the first moment? No, not in movie one.
Well, maybe. I mean, this is a continuation of all the movies, so it's still dinosaurs are still there.
People. So how is it a continuation? I'm very confused.
It's still in the same universe. It's the same universe.
Where's Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Blanket?
Maybe they'll pop in someplace. Maybe they'll appear out of nowhere and they'll be like rawr, like a dinosaur.
No, I think it's way too soon to reboot this particular franchise. Personally,
yeah,
it's way too soon. Like you're just coming off the Chris Pratt situation, which by the way has done all the things. Like where he's a Mario and he's doing the this and he's the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like Chris Pratt, take a break. Maybe go sit on an island and drink something out of a coconut. Like just chill the fuck out and relax for the rest of us for 5 minutes. Because I can't have you being all the things. You're the Legos. You're the fucking goddamn fucking Marios. You're the fucking like action super. I can't. Just take a break. Breathe in, breathe out, meditate, take a break. Yeah.
Take a break island. That's what we've been saying recently, right? Take a break island. Send him away.
Matt owns that island. He should own that island, and he should take those breaks.
The problem is, Sabrina, it's they hire him all the time, Jonathan. The problem is once you take him out of the box, you can't put him back in the box. But what about this? What's in the box? That's what I'm saying right now. Anybody excited about what's in the box?
No.
Sabrina, you gonna what?
I am.
No one's excited.
I am.
What's in the box? Gwyneth Paltrow's head. That's what's in the box. What's in the box? We all saw Seven. That is what is in the box. How dare you name a game show after the most fucked up moment of one of the best movies that's ever been made?
Yeah,
what's in the box? Your wife's fucking head. That's what's in the box.
Kevin Spacey's in the box and he's coming out.
No,
that's what is happening.
He's in the back of the police car talking about, I admire you. You're being a weird creeper trying to fucking sell envy. That movie's, by the way, if anyone has not seen Seven, you should see it. It's spectacular. I'm sorry that Kevin Spacey's in it because he has questionable past, but whatever. Great movie. Great movie. They kept it secret even when it came out for the younger people. No one knew who the villain was, and it was Kevin Spacey. But no one knew.
No one knew, yeah.
Huge actor at the time. So, like, when you went to see the movie, you were like, oh, fuck, it's Kevin Spacey. He cut his fingerprints off. Like, it's next level. Next level, fantastic movie. Seven.
It's a great movie. It is a great movie.
By the way, the biggest line is Brad Pitt for one of his first movies ever. What's in the box? And it's his wife's head, just to be clear.
I think sometimes, Brian and company, I think sometimes the producers are only looking at, hey, how much money can we bring in by remaking it? Instead of saying, well, some people actually would pay maybe even more for the nostalgia of it, because we are in that nostalgia generation, right? Everybody's talking about the 90s and whatever. I think we take these movies that were meaningful or dare I say definitive of a certain decade.
Definitive sounds good.
Running Man?
like Running Man, or as I believe it was Queen mentioned in the
Cat in the
chat.
Hat, right? Cat in the Hat. Yep. Yeah, Cat in the Hat.
No, she didn't mention that. She mentioned West Side Story.
Oh yeah, Rachel
That was a
Zegler.
Spielberg. That was a Spielberg
Yep.
production, right? Why not, instead of making another West Side Story, which they did, right? Why not release the original?
It's a great
Make
movie.
make it a re-release. Sell tickets to it. There are people, not as many people, but there are people that would pay for that, especially if it was remastered with all these extra features and blah blah blah. That would be interesting. And then if you're really smart as a producer,
They'd have to
production company,
remaster it because look what happened with Star Wars, Jonathan, when
Yeah,
they brought
they
out the
trashed
original
it.
cut of that.
People are trashing it.
fair enough, but there is a fascination in our culture with the.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying they'd have to remaster it. I agree with what you
What
said.
did you agree with? I didn't get to it.
You said you need to remaster it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You said
gotcha.
that.
The point I'm making is this younger, and I say our, I mean the younger generation, they do now have this greater respect this decade for live entertainment than they did the last decade. And that is because of all the streaming and the TikTok and whatever. Did you know the Broadway musical Evita that had a revival, which is on, I believe, right now?
Rachel Zegler's doing that.
The leading lady playing Evita
That's appropriate casting.
walks onto the actual balcony of the theater and sings "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina" outside in front of people on the street. It's live. It's interesting. People record it. The audience who paid $500 for their front row seat, they're watching it on a monitor while she's outside singing the,
That's
what do they call it?
amazing.
The 11 o'clock number or whatever. My point is, live entertainment is making a comeback now. So this might be cool. This might be a cool time to do the re-release of something that has been recorded decades ago. Show exactly that. And then at the same time, market the live stage production or a touring concert production of it. That's a way to bring money in from all angles. I
Of the
think,
Running Man?
why not? You think I'm joking? Why
Can I
not?
take you out on a date, hot stuff?
Yes. But why not have a Running Man game show where, of course, you're not going to die, but let's make a real show that's like that, similar to that, and release the movie at the same time.
They tried that with Squid Game, Jonathan. They tried that with Squid Game.
With Squid Game, because
Yeah.
it's not a classic.
No. But you know what? Squid Game made big money though
Right.
too, and that's what people want. It's
One of my
violent.
favorite series I've ever watched of all time. Like,
It's such a great series. It's
Great
like gory.
series. There's no
It's
nostalgia
gory, it's
there
intense.
other than what's
No.
in
Well,
Squid Game.
The nostalgia is you're gonna die. So
Yeah, you're gonna die. That's pretty much it.
That.
You're gonna die. Which, Jonathan, you seemed excited about that. I know Sabrina
Yes.
was like torn on that too. GR was definitely against Squid Game, but I mean, I think that Squid Game is a great series. But I think
Yes.
overall, like the ending of it, I was just like, you want to cheer the hero, you want the hero's ending, you want to be happy. The baby thing was a lot for me. The baby thing was a lot.
Listen, this is nothing new. There was a guy who used to write things. Was it like Wiggly Stick? No. Shakespeare. That's it. And they called it tragedy. And tragedy meant it didn't end with everybody having a good time and
Right.
sitting in a circle and braiding each other's hair.
Jonathan, tragedy at that time was like pretty fucking normal. Like
Well,
it's a
you know
bit
what?
different. It's a
I'm
bit
not even going to argue that. 'cause
talking
you're
about
100% right.
adjusting the fucking times for fucking what's the stupid movie?
No, you're right. You're
What-
already right. You're
Running Man.
already right. You're already right. But my point is this. My point is this. Sometimes stories don't always have positive endings. I'm sure each of us, whether we're participating or viewing or listening or reading or however people consume this, I'm sure there are stories that we've had that are good enough for a television show. But the ending was not positive. And that makes it more real even when the show is over, we're still talking about it and we know how it ended. We're not saying, how's it going to end? We're saying, oh my God, can you believe it?
Okay.
And there's an extra step because it ended there, but where's it going after that?
Nobody cares because it's stupid.
No, it's coming here.
It's coming here. They've been talking about that for a while.
No, I know in this specific instance, I'm talking about generally. You know what I mean? Generally, it's like people are trying to do something weird and something like, oh, let's just see where this is going to go. And then it goes nowhere. And then people are upset. Like you invest yourself and you watch this whole thing or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm guilty of it. I don't want to be, but I am. Like, I really don't. I have so many things to do and I'm so busy. But somehow I'm still at 3 a.m. when I come home from work. I'm like, let me just watch a show. Like, what is that going to do to my brain? It's going to keep me up. I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep doing the things.
But you're missing the point. It's not about what it does to your brain. How many episodes did you watch? All of them this season? All of them?
Yeah, she watched them all.
My point. I watched all the things. I watched all of Squid Game. It was one of my favorite shows. One of my very best friends is Korean, and she was like, "Did you watch Squid Game?" And that's what made me watch it in the first place.
But you made it all the way to the end, right?
Yes, I did.
Every episode, how many commercial breaks are there?
There's none. You just keep watching it.
What do you mean commercial breaks?
Are there no commercial breaks for you?
No.
No, we watch it on Netflix.
Oh, you don't have no ads on Netflix.
I have all the ads for all of them because I work in commercials. So I like to see
I don't know what to tell you,
commercials.
Human. We have no commercials.
Yeah, no ads.
Okay, so maybe that's me because in the beginning I used to buy the $35 whatever, no commercials, but then I missed out what was happening in my industry. So now I never skip the commercials. I want to see what's going on in what I do. So my point is this: most people who've watched the entire thing, they've now sat through 2 or 3 individual commercials with the countdown clock. So if you're engaged and watching the entire thing, that means you're going to watch however many episodes there are times 3. So how many episodes are there in that season?
There's 6 episodes, but Jonathan, did you enjoy it though? You loved it. You're saying you loved it.
I loved every second of it. I'm gonna watch all the highlights of it even tonight.
Okay. I think the overall premise, it does pull at your heartstrings. Yes. It makes you upset. And that's what they were going for, too.
I sobbed myself to sleep after episode 4.
You're going to what?
I sobbed myself to sleep after episode 4.
There were a lot of people that said that, too, online. That even episode was at 2, when they started killing a bunch of the characters off. It's like a lot of people were very upset and emotional. It drives us emotions.
But 4 really fucked me up, dude.
I think what that show does better than almost any other show is it puts the audience in that place where they say, what would I do if I was in that situation? And that is a brilliant way to get some people, to sit through the commercials.
Yeah, but people don't have the commercials.
Really all about.
It's great when you do that. You know what's even better is dinosaurs. GR, should those dinosaurs have guns? Should those dinosaurs have guns? What do you think? People are saying talking dinosaurs.
I
guns.
I think a 50 cal would be good, Brian.
Maybe that would revolutionize Jurassic Park. Maybe that would. I don't know, because I feel like Jurassic Park needs something that's going to be like a facelift. I don't know if this will be it. I would like it to be.
The only problem with that, Brian, is a T-Rex was a badass. His arms are too short.
He can't pull the trigger, right?
Handle it, brother.
He can't do it. And that's the one that you can battle. That's one you can beat. You can beat that one. He got to, but it has a big mouth though, still too. So he freaking tackle you, so.
And bite the head off the enemy. That's a hell of a lot more, a lot quicker than me having to shoot him from a mile away,
Yeah, very true. Do you like mediums, GR, before we move on here? Are you excited? You believe in the mediums?
He's much more into the larges, I bet.
Yeah, I do actually. But I think this guy's lucky to be alive, because what he suffered from is terribly difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I can't imagine a cyst on your on your brain like that. That's insane. And he got through it though.
Well, basically, it's like having a water balloon in the middle of your brain. That's what he had.
Man. And then and surgery like that, they says it's like hard to do that surgery too. And he got through and he's recovering fast. It's a miracle, right? That's a miracle.
All I can say, Brian, is knock on wood and pray for that young man, because that is one of the most difficult surgeries to perform and survive than almost any other surgery.
Yeah. Well,
and that includes what I went through, a triple bypass.
I can't even imagine
when
that.
When they're cutting into your brain like that.
Yeah, they took your whole sternum out. That's insane.
I didn't know you went through that, GR.
Well, no, the as I call it, the infuction took care of my sternum. It ate it up.
Yeah. He's lucky to be here, guys. We're happy to have you here, GR.
I'm here, so I can't complain.
You do it. You're still
that man upstairs didn't want me yet. That's why I'm here.
No. You know why? He wants you to stretch those telomeres. That's why, GR. Let's stretch those telomeres. Make it happen. Great quickie, everybody.
I'm all for that, Brian.
Great quickie. But we do have a winner of Hot Takes. Oh, guys. Ooh. We do have a winner of Hot Takes.
I voted.
And who will it be? Let's go to the panel.
Oh.
Who wins today? That's the question.
You're asking?
Will it be Mr. GR Waters? Or maybe
I voted for you, GR.
Miss Sabrina Vittori? Can't hear her, but maybe that's part of the gig. Or could it be Mr. Jonathan McFadden?
I voted for GR.
You can't vote. You're on the panel.
You're not supposed to vote when you're on this show.
Yeah, unless somebody rocks their hot takes, which you did,
Who
GR.
will win? Our winner of Hot Takes is Miss Sabrina Vittori. Congratulations, Sabrina!
Oh! Wow! Whoa!
I legit did not think that was a thing.
Nobody did. I'm just kidding. Sabrina, oh my god, I feel too comfortable with you. I'm just kidding.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Great Hot Takes.
I want these to work again, Brian. Can we work on this?
Oh, I think that's off. Yeah, I think that's off. I mean, it should be. I don't know why it's not on, but it's.
Can we fix this? I need
this. It's a setting on the top right hand corner.
Everything.
It's a setting on the top right hand corner. That's what it is. It's simple. It's easy. It's not that easy sometimes. So trust me, it's not that easy sometimes. Because we're going kind of late, I'm going to swap some things around a little bit. I know this first conversation will be pretty quick, actually. So guys, one thing I want to talk about is, of course, Indiana Jones might have a sequel, a reboot. Are we talking about? Can we talk about that?
No.
So guys, Indiana Jones, of course, the last one, The Dial of Destiny, that one right there did not do well at all. And now the Disney Insider, who's actually given a lot of little threads of things out there that has actually been true a lot, came for us that Disney now is softly going about and working on the new Indiana Jones. They're not blasting into the heavens. They probably will announce next year, but they're actually looking around and trying to give a little bit of breathing room, give Harrison Ford a little break because he's not coming back. He said he's done. He's done. They want to make a rest, though, and find a new Indiana Jones and relaunch this franchise in a big way. It'll probably come at Disney's D23 Expo next year. And honestly, this last Indiana Jones movie, The Dial of Destiny, it was like a $329 million budget, and they ended up only making $384 million, so it was a massive loss for Disney. And I liked it, though, still. But again, Indiana Jones, like, it was kind of like a little far-fetched going back in time, and the whole time travel thing, maybe people lost a little bit, like they lost it during the Aliens. Maybe they just needed something that was going to be grounded. Even though Indiana Jones has never really been grounded. You got the Ark of the Covenant that was like very again superstitious, and also it also had like a big element of like religion in there too, and alien kind of lore too, and all that. I mean, all of his movies have been kind of like that, but people just didn't dig it. I still enjoyed it, guys. Did you like it or not? I don't know, but Chris Pratt is still apparently up for the running. So talking about making Chris Pratt Indiana Jones, that's still going through negotiations. He might come back. He might be that Indiana Jones. He was a fan favorite request for a long time. But to me, guys, leave Indy alone.
Christ.
I know. Just Sabrina's excited about that. Chris Pratt.
I love him. He's great, but fucking enough is enough.
He's I know, William Buckdogs, but yes, Sabrina, I know. It's like, to me personally, like, just let it be. Well, we might as well just make it with Shia LaBeouf. Just put Shia LaBeuf in there, and
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We already did that, and that was awful.
They killed this character off. They killed him off in the last one, so they can't bring him back. They literally killed him off. They're like, no more Shia LaBeouf.
You have a reboot with Phoebe Bridgers, and it's not great. That's your problem.
Yeah. 100%. Something weird just happened to me. I'm gonna go over to what just here? Something weird just happened right now. You guys hear me still?
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you. Yes,
I can't do it.
Oh, you hear me? Okay,
Yeah, I hear
I'm
you
gonna go
fine,
over
Brian.
to. Okay, all right. Something weird happened. I'm gonna go over to Jonathan fast on this.
Sure.
You know what, Jonathan? You're gonna wait. I'm gonna go to GR fast.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
Do we need an Indy more? Do we need more Indiana Jones? How do you feel about this?
Not unless they recast it, because I'm sorry, the last three of them have really been bad.
Would you like the last Dial of Destiny either, huh?
I haven't liked the last three. They're not up to the quality that we got from the first two. And as old as, I mean, he's my age, for Christ's sakes. Recast it, put somebody young in there.
Oh man, my audio just went out. Something weird is happening. Something weird is really happening right now. I'm gonna go over to Jonathan fast.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
I'm
talk
here.
about this. My phone's going crazy. Something crazy is happening. Jonathan, do you think we need to have another Indiana Jones? Sorry, I can't even hear you. Gio. I can't hear anybody.
Bring everybody up. Bring everybody up. Or just me. But I think I can still hear everybody. So Sabrina and GR, please chime in. Here's the thing about Indiana Jones, okay? Anybody that's ever been to Disneyland, not Disney World, I'm not talking about California Adventure or Epcot Center, okay? Anybody who's ever been to Disneyland, what do you think their favorite ride in that park is? Any guesses? I'll look at the chat. I'll listen to GR and or Sabrina. If go ahead.
I can't afford to go to Disneyland anymore. So
no one can.
But right. But back when it was affordable, back when they had like the e-ticket, which is where that term comes from, by the way. You ever heard that term? Like,
I actually went with an e-ticket and the A's, B's, C's, and D's.
And a number 2 pencil, right? My point is, it of course it's way too expensive.
No, it was the chisel and the
no, that was
hammer,
that was a stupid joke that I made. Don't give me credit for that. Don't lean into that. That's a dig on me.
You said it. I was just agreeing with you. But
no, I'm just
actually,
saying that's a dig on me.
He was doing a comic callback.
In the 80s and 90s, it was Pirates of the Caribbean was the number one ride.
Are you kidding me? That's the slowest ride there, second to It's a Small World. And I know because I helped write the Pirates of the Caribbean
It's
ride.
a small world after all. Yeah, okay, I know. It was the most popular one.
Oh my
God.
God.
The line on that thing used to be around the block.
Oh my word. I won't go into too much detail here, but I helped write the not in the 50s, but when they revamped it to put Jack Sparrow in the ride and all that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, the slow version of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is how
Pirates
it
of the Caribbean.
started and how it is now, that was never, honestly, ranked as the number one ride. The number one ride that most people loved was Indiana Jones. When you're riding in that
That
car,
didn't even exist when I went there, Jonathan.
well, then I'm not referring to those days. But when it was a thing, and you're in that Jeep and the rock is chasing you and you go through that temple and you see other Jeeps going through the temple, that was the greatest ride experience. And the reason I mention all of this is because half the people, even 20 years ago, didn't know the movie that correlated to that ride. They just said, this is a great ride. So if they can remake a movie that had that kind of impact, a cultural, generational impact, almost like a Star Wars. If they can remake something like that, I say, look, go for it, try it. Because odds are, when you look at the numbers and the data, not the art, I'm not talking about the art or what's possible, right? I'm talking about from a producer mindset. This thing has already made billions of dollars in the past 40 something years. Instead of creating something new, let's try to recreate this for people who have an idea of what that old thing is and might tune into this new thing. And I think that's why, not just Indiana Jones, but all these remakes, I think that's why we get them. It's not that
I think that's why I said, I guess we agree in that sense, Jonathan. That's why I said the character needs to be recast with somebody young enough to carry it forward.
Absolutely. And that's why when I was watching the show, was it Friday? What is today? Today's Wednesday. So when I was watching Monday, I thought, pardon me, but Timothy Chalamet would be an incredible 007. Why? Because you can because, hold on, from that same mindset, but just hear me, you can get 35 years out of that cow.
That
you can work
young
that
man
guy for
is not
35 years.
in any way Bond.
You say
we were talking Monday, and we had to.
I was there the whole show.
They wanted Brit. They wanted Brit. Yeah, you were watching. We had 3 British actors or members of the. I just went blank on the word.
No, it's okay.
Anyway,
it's okay. But I know what you mean. Keep going. I know what you mean.
They were all members, like they can. The Queens, Australia. We had Australia, New Zealand, England, Canada. They're all part of the Queen's entourage, if you will.
Absolutely.
And the 3, there was only one, and I just went blank on his name. Brian didn't know because he never forgets anybody.
Who was that, JR?
Who was the actor that we decided Monday was the right one to cast as Bond?
Oh, that Jacob Elordi.
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah.
I was saying it should have been Eddie Redmayne, but my thing is this: even if it was what's it, the Spider-Man guy,
Tom Holland.
Yeah, thank you,
Jacob.
He has the somewhat edge of youthfulness, right? That could take that brand into the next 30 some odd years. And
that's too goofy.
But hear me, you're not thinking like a producer right now. You're thinking like an audience.
No, Tom Holland.
I'm asking, think like a producer. And I'm not saying I'm even correct. I'm just saying
all 3 of the ones that we talked about Monday, Jonathan, are in that capability.
But none of them are already a hero.
Yeah, I mean,
neither is he.
He's also busy. He's Superman. So he's Spider-Man. I mean, he's also doing this Odyssey movie.
That's not my argument. Yeah. My argument is strictly from the producer's perspective, even if it's incorrect. I'm saying they look at this guy and they go, he's Spider-Man. He's like, when you think of Spider-Man, if you're under 21, you think of him. If you're over 21, you think of Tobey Maguire, who just turned like 50 or 49 or something.
Leave him alone. Chalamet, no way.
So when you look at not Chalamet, Tom Holland. Sorry, I mixed the guys up because I don't really care as a person. Right. I'd have to really think if I look at the 2 of them to see who is who. But my point is, find somebody who the young people are really into now, they'll be into that person as 007 later. Were you raising your hand, Sabrina? Were you trying to give me your email address so that you and
did
I
not
could start
acknowledge
our
me.
own
You were
podcast?
a terrible teacher. You did not acknowledge me, and I just put it down. I said he's
My
not going to
my,
call on me.
my
so I'm good.
camera is dark. I can't see anything.
Well,
Oh,
who's
she's
talking
raising her
about
hand. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sabrina for a second. But first of all, I just want to, before I go there, you guys are not excited about this at all? Quickly, I missed some stuff. We had some technical
About the
crazy stuff.
007?
No, about Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
We talked about that.
I'll check it out. We'll see. We'll see
Okay.
what happens.
How
It's a
about
great
you,
ride.
Sabrina?
Okay, well now we're completely off topic. Now I want to defend Tom Holland as a
You're
007.
welcome.
Like I'm sorry. Like now you've put me in the fuck position against the wall. Like I don't care about
People
the
pay
Indiana
good money
Jones
for that.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
I care about the Tom Holland situation, which by the way, not a super great. Tom Holland's great. I think he's fine. I think of those three choices for 007, he's probably the best fit. Same thing like Jonathan says, he has a following and he has a knowing, and like also like Brian's like, but he's gonna be like quirky and funny. But I mean, I'm sorry, can you look at like Daniel Craig? He's not like strikingly handsome. It's not like he's like walking. By the way, they're all not, but he's the most not, and he's the most recent. So like they're fine. Like it's not like you're not. What's hot about you is that you can wield the gun and fucking whoop ass. Okay, we don't give a shit where you came from, what you did, how you did it. Like you're fucking hot. Thanks for showing Indiana. But no, I don't.
I have no Tom Holland. We're supposed to be talking about Indiana Jones. That's why.
Sorry.
I mean, we're supposed to talk about Indiana Jones.
But I love this woman. This Sabrina. You need to email me. We need to have our own show. We'll have like no viewers, but like this is.
I bring all the viewers.
Watch. I'm just saying, like this is. You're amazing.
Do you think there should be a reboot though of Indiana Jones, Sabrina?
No. If Phoebe Bridgers couldn't do it, no one can. She was amazing. She did Fleabag. She won Emmys and Oscars. She's fucking amazing. I'm sorry, not Oscars. It wasn't a movie. But she is a spectacular fucking writer, a spectacular actress. She is fucking epic. Phoebe Bridgers, if you don't know her, look her up. Watch her shit. Fleabag, one of my favorite shows of all. It's fucking epic. Please. If she couldn't do it, no one can.
Can I ask a question of you?
And they killed. Hold on, Jonathan. And they killed all of that too. They killed all of her franchise. They're not going to have her come back. She's supposed to have a series.
At the end, it's like what the fuck?
They killed the series. They killed the series. They killed it all. They said they're going to scrap because it was such a big loss. And now they're trying to have rumblings to get it going again. So I think that it's going to be something they're going to make.
They were like, we're sailing to Sicily with zero fucking trajectory, and everyone's like, they're going to Sicily. Like, I mean, there's nautical things and like maps and compasses. You can't just sail somewhere and then people are like, we don't know where they're going. Oh, we're gonna show up here at the same exact time as you. It was bad writing. Like that part was bad writing. She's spectacular.
Yeah, they try to do some. I kind of a shame. I think it's better than the Crystal Skull one. I think it was better than that.
Oh, way better.
So I was happy that he had some kind of send off that wasn't like that. He grabs the hat at the end, so he's always me Indiana Jones. I think that character's made for Harrison Ford. We just don't touch that. I don't care if you want to have Chalamet or something like that. I think that he is made that way, and just keep it that way. You know, keep it Indiana Jones. That's it. Nobody else should play that part. It's his part. Let it lie with him. Let it be done.
So then the remake can be a younger version of Harrison Ford, or his son, his nephew, whatever, right?
But here's
what I was going to bring up. Here's what I was going to bring up. What about if it was his daughter or his niece? I think it would be really cool to reverse the genders.
They did it with Phoebe Bridgers. Like they were trying to make her the person, and they shut that shit down.
But of who?
Phoebe Bridgers. Yeah, she from Fleabag. She was in the last Indiana Jones. They set her up as being the next Indiana Jones.
He handed her the hat at the end, and then like they fucked off on that.
It tested really bad. They reshot the ending like 3 times, and then they decided not to give her the hat. And then so they let it die.
I think the issue is that was coming from an LA perspective, and outside of LA, we don't know who that is.
You should.
She's a pretty big.
I'm just charging Sabrina and GR.
She's a pretty big actor.
Play along, please.
I will say this though, GR. There's only one indie. Let it die. Right?
Yes.
Only one indie.
I can't. You're not getting an argument out of me, Brian. I just said if they're gonna redo it again, might as well put somebody young enough to move around. You don't need some guy in a walker trying to be Indiana Jones.
Yeah, just not
Though it
Chalamet.
would be cool as hell if it was somebody who was much older and had to kick ass. That would be cool.
Which they were trying to do with
Yeah, but
him.
it's not realistic. Come on, Jonathan.
Okay, what about that movie Is?
That's a good point. There really is something realistic about those
that
movies.
was actually epic. That was.
I'm just saying. So
What
why
about the
not
movie
lean
is
in?
100% correct.
Why not lean into it? I'm old as F, but I can still.
Story, Brian.
Yep. I agree. We've gone way off the tangent on this Indiana Jones. I don't think anybody really wants it, but
You're welcome, Brian. You're welcome.
Disney is working on it. They're moving forward, guys, and it's going to be some time. Apparently next year, which is like next June, there might be a big announcement about it. But to me personally, let Indiana Jones be done, guys. But somebody that is not done right now, well, maybe he is because the court case is over with, guys, and we're going to find out more about him. Over there, guys, we've been talking about this story for a solid year and a half, it feels like. So, guys, the verdict is in. Let's talk about Diddy in our featured story of the night in Kruse Court. And Pepe's been probably very quiet for this one because Pepe's been saying something a lot these times. And unfortunately, according to the law, according to this jury, Diddy kind of did it. That's the kind of question. So Diddy, guys, so the trial came down to it. The verdict came really fast, came very fast. This morning, they were like down to one case. Again, the RICO charges, and they were the night before, they were trying to decide. They said, we're going to come back tomorrow, deliberate. And both the defense and the prosecution wanted them to take some more time. They came in for like an hour or two, and bam, they had a decision. It was done. So out of the 8 men and the 4 women on this panel, they had decided that Diddy is only guilty of 2 charges, 2 out of the 5 charges. And those go down to transporting and sex trafficking. That was the transporting part. There's 2 transporting ones. The Mann Act was another one was it was for Cassie, and it was also for the Jane Doe character, which we don't have no idea who that girl is yet to this day. But there were 2 women that it was, again, transporting for prostitution. That was the charges he actually got charged for. And each of those charges can handle up to 10 years in jail. 10 years in jail. So he could go for 20 years in jail based off those. The RICO charges, all the sex trafficking, all of that has just been dropped. It's all done. Diddy actually got down on his knees and he praised the heavens when this happened. He was super excited. Of course he was, because now he might want. But the thing is, the lowest amount of charges could be up to a year in prison for all this, which means they could actually just give him time served, because they're saying right now that he was in jail, one of the worst jails in New York City. They might just give him time served and let him go. So Diddy might be walking home free, but it's not going to be today because he wanted bail, and he asked for bail, and he wants to be able to go to LA and Miami and also in New York City. He wants to be able to transfer around all of his 3 houses and be able to have bail in all 3 of his locations. And the judge said, no. The judge said, no, you're staying in jail. You're staying in jail. So Diddy will be in jail until his, again, official sentencing, which as of right now, he just probably doesn't like this, though. It's going to be in October, guys. So the sentencing will be October 3rd. But now his defense is still trying to push something forward. They're asking for a virtual, right. They're asking for a virtual, though, GR, a virtual meeting on July 8th to try to speed that up and have it come faster, because he could actually get out of jail just like that. And it could be just like that. If they say and they rule that it's time served. Now, I heard this judge is actually very strict, but not too strict. So he might still make Diddy go to jail a little bit, but he's not getting 20 years, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, first-time offender, the way this came down, there's even this ruling about transporting for prostitution, these two different felony charges he got hit with. They're really, for a first-time offender, they're probably going to lower these quite a bit. So Diddy might walk and go home. The question is, has Diddy learned anything? At the end of the day, like we've been saying over and over again, that we thought that he'd be put away. We had a good feeling about that based on how he was, all the charges coming forward, the people that were actually testifying. But I think at the end of the day, they couldn't really prove RICO what they thought to. I thought RICO was really a hard thing to get. I thought it was a hard charge to hit him with, and I think they just didn't do a good job. It's like one of the biggest prosecutions, one of the biggest prosecution charges, Sabrina. They spent so much money on this, so much money, and people are mad about that too in New York City. I'm shocked that the jury came forward and said, okay, just a transporting, prostitution. That was it. That was it. That's all I got hit with.
I need the picture back that he was just wearing.
Okay. That'd be right here.
You want the code?
Yeah, I want the
code,
code. I'm sorry. Is he having a lawsuit against the 99-cent store for black roses? Like, what is going on here currently for this situation? Like, who?
No, we've decided.
He went to the 99-cent
Sabrina,
store
it was
to buy
announced
black roses
today.
for girls. Yes, Jared, tell me.
It was announced today that there's going to be a new product sold at Costco starting next week.
And it's called
Diddy
Pearls
oil.
and Roses?
Diddy oil. Yep, Diddy oil is coming to a local store near you.
Diddy
That's
oil.
right, Diddy oil. For all your freak off needs.
Pearls and Roses. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god, I'm on right now. Sorry. Oh my god, that's so funny, you guys.
No, like
That is so
legit.
funny.
Like legit.
If he starts selling Diddy oil
We're
after
going
this,
to send you
come
a
on.
quart, Jonathan.
Say it again.
He's like, if you have a vat of anything that's viscous, we're into it. Also, if you could just like lightly like regale yourself around black roses or white roses, because we do a black and white party. But we're done with either one. Please bring it in. Send us pics. We're gonna fucking we're gonna promo.
I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked by all this though too. I expected
Who's
like,
not shocked, Brian?
and there's a lot of people that are frustrated. There's people that are cheering about this. At the end of the day, I really think that, of course, we have the court of law. You know, we have to follow the law rules. He had his day in court. I just don't get how after all the evidence came out that they were like, oh yeah, this man only did was transport women for prostitution. That was it, and men, because there were men that came forward. That was the easy one though. Those are no brainers though, Sabrina. Those are no brainers because look at that from New York and here. Those seem like it's hard to be like, no, he didn't really pay for people to come for sex. But who would have thought about that anyways as an actual charge when it comes to the racketeering? I was like not sure about that. But again, like, guys, these are big charges we've been going through. They broke the case down. I think they should have had bigger evidence. You would think they'd have so much evidence between all the raids they had in his houses and all the time they spent on it. You think there would have been more evidence to hit him harder than this to drive this case home.
Sean Puffy Combs. You think he's stupid? You think he's leaving shit dropping around? Like, he left a certain amount of breadcrumb trails, but he's not going to leave his whole breadcrumb trail.
No,
I'm sure he had
maybe.
someone wipe his shit at some point. I don't know. Like, I don't question anything that he did. I don't question all the things. I'm 100% put that motherfucker in jail forever, to be clear. However, unfortunately, the burden of proof lies upon us. So it's hard. What, Brian, are you going to throw up?
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Sabrina. It's
David Banner said, "Poor Bubba's
David
crying."
Banner's comment.
What I will just
Well, I've always said that's his cellmate's name, Bubba.
Yep, he's crying right now because Diddy's not coming home.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna make this a super like real quick thing.
It's a button. It's called a button. Do it. Button it up.
All right, Jonathan, you want the stand? Is that what you're saying, Jonathan?
No,
In Kruse Court?
leave me this quad. What do you call this?
I want the truth, Jonathan.
You're a
All right,
I want the truth.
but I want to see everybody I'm talking to, not just me and the Kruse Control
walk outside and have a
graphic
cigarette
and
if this
Brian.
continues.
But I also want to say, Sabrina, for real, like you need to email me. We need to do a show where we just fight with each other, and it's just our parents that watch it. But
Parents.
remember that, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree. What I'm saying is this is what the jury and therefore the courts and therefore our country, whatever, decided. Okay, with RICO. Brian, you know what RICO is. It's the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. And that was enacted in I looked this up on Wikipedia, so I could be wrong. 1970, right? And that was about organized crime. So what the jury is saying, in my interpretation of having very little information, what I learned about the Diddy trial, I learned 45 minutes before I joined the show tonight, right? Because I don't know, I have a job and I like, I doing things.
Yeah, me too.
So I learned this today. Oh, that wasn't a cut down to anybody that doesn't. I'm just saying I learned this today.
No,
but
it's all the things.
he didn't have an industry in this. His money wasn't made from this. His money was made other places, and it might have had influence, but that wasn't his business. He wasn't an organized crime leader that brings people in. He was a rap star
That's
that
why I
made
didn't
really
think that.
shitty decisions and abused people and deserves.
Jonathan, I agree
Yeah.
with you completely.
Yes, sir.
But that charge made no sense as somebody involved in law enforcement on a different level, obviously. But he wasn't why a RICO charge? That made no sense to me.
That's the hard proof.
But that's the odd part is why are they going organized crime?
I kept waiting for something,
Well,
Jonathan.
from
Every
New
day.
York, they're kind of stupid there, I guess.
No, GR. No.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
But no,
But then
I
the
was
other thing
waiting
is
for
the
some
Mann
big
Act.
charges. I was waiting for some big evidence that was going to drop, and it was all about his sex parties and his, his abusing women, which is a huge freaking thing. He's abusing women and sex parties, and like talking down to his people, and taking doors off so they can't like have privacy. To me, it's just like a weird kind of sex orgy thing, and that's how they were pushing it the whole time. But how was that RICO? How was that racketeering? Which I was waiting for the evidence to drop, and I just didn't see it really drop that much. We were talking about, I'm like, I'm kind of putting it together, but then again, how are you going to prove that to a jury? You know,
Because it wasn't a business venture, because he didn't need the money. So how can you argue that it was to make money if he didn't need the money? He didn't do it for money. He did it. I mean, I'm not an attorney or any attorney on this case, but I would say he didn't do it for the money. He did it for the gratification. He did the evil act because he wanted to, not because he would
And he
benefit.
could.
And he could, right?
Yeah.
But then you look at the Mann Act, MANN, and
Mann
that
Act.
was of 1910.
1910, yeah.
Right? That's a federal law that says it's illegal to transport anyone across state lines for prostitution or any sort of like sexual acts, whatever, in which or immoral purposes in which you're coercing or forcing, whatever. It's up to you, not them. That they're saying he is
Guilty of. Yes. he's
So
guilty of.
what he is guilty of could result in up to, I believe it's 10 years.
10 years, per charge. Per
Right.
charge. So up to 20 years.
Right. So I think what the prosecutors, and again, I'm speculating, this is based on what I've seen recently, but I think what the prosecution is doing is saying, okay, look, he's P. Diddy. Ain't nobody gonna lock him up for life. Sorry, that's not how it works for celebrities. And if you want to fix that, we can fix that, but it ain't gonna be during this trial.
And
So
it definitely has proven that today.
so, how do we get him the most possible time? Let's not shoot for something that we're absolutely going to lose on and look like idiots. Instead, let's let go of that big thing that carries life sentence, blah, blah, blah. They're never going to do that. Instead, let's see if we can get 20 years. Because 20 years might as well be a lifetime.
Jonathan, to answer your question, bottom line, it comes down to whether it's not in anybody's hands but the judges now.
Yep.
And
it
if he
is.
wants to be a hard ass, he can get him up to 20 years.
Yeah.
I bet to be honest, having watched the way this trial has gone and all the liberals that are in New York, he'll be lucky to get 2 to 3 years.
Look, you're absolutely right. But any attorney on this case, and I can't speak for those attorneys. And of course, the defense attorneys want their client to be victorious, and the prosecution wants to be victorious. But any attorney on this case knows that if they're victorious, they will go down in the history books. This ain't about.
Okay, but that's what I'm
anything-
saying, Jonathan. You're not listening to what I'm saying. It's out of the attorney's hands now. It's done. It's the only person that makes any decision from now till eternity is the judge.
Oh,
that
I did hear that.
and that's
I did
why
hear that.
Yeah, it comes under the judge
I heard
now
that.
for sure.
I heard that.
none
I was
of the
thinking-
attorneys or
GR.
anybody else has
referring-
anything to fucking do with what's going on.
Gotcha. You're on page 100. I'm on page 101. I understand. What I'm saying is the attorneys who argued the way they argued and who said what they said and who put certain things in the hands of the judge or the whatever. What I'm saying is everybody involved in that trial knew that this was a case that would go down in the history books. So they tried to set
It's just another dirtbag on trial.
No.
Are the attorneys going to get famous?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Some of them may.
Uh-huh.
But we'll find out later.
Later does not affect 3 or no millions. They're going to get. What I'm saying is, I think part of this is framing the narrative and inserting yourself into it so that later on you get to be a part of something that makes money. Because it's
Jonathan,
all
we
about
could talk
money.
about this all night, but we're already 40 minutes over our time limit. So let's
Well, my big
let
thing
him
is
wrap
this,
it
though,
up.
too.
I'm
The big
just
thing is
saying.
this. This judge doesn't sound like he's going to hit him that hard. I don't think he's going to get 20 years. I just don't think he's going to get 20 years. All the lawyers coming forward saying since his first time he's getting hit, he's got federal charges, they're probably going to give him pretty much a light thing. And since he was at the hardest jail in New York City, they're probably going to give him less charges.
Oh,
so
the poor baby.
that's what I say, too. There's a chance that he could just get right out in October. And they're
He
going to
could
try to
have
push
signed
that
away
sentencing
book rights. He could have signed away book rights that said, hey, I'm not saying he did this. I'm saying it is possible to be done. He could have signed away book rights where the prosecutors go for a lesser sentence. They don't push as hard, but they have rights to write a book that says, when I prosecuted P. Diddy, here's what I went through. I'm not saying that happened, but I'm saying that is one of the things that if I were on that case, I
We'll
would
find out
negotiate.
come October, Jonathan.
But I think that's an interesting perspective. This is a celebrity, so there's a lot
All right,
more
it's
at
over,
stake.
Brian. Let's wrap it.
There's a lot more at stake than whether or not the law was broken or he's guilty or innocent. Now you're looking at other people's fame, fortune, and things like that. There's a lot more at stake.
There's a lot, but I just say this though. At the end of the day, I feel like this is like, it was blown up. It was blown up, and we thought it was going to be a big like. This is if he's doing this is a statement. I thought it was gonna be a statement, about like abuse, about going after people who are abusing power, abusing women, abusing everything. But it ends
You
up
thought
being
this
a
would be an
womp womp.
O.J. Simpson. This ain't an O.J. Simpson.
It's not an O.J. Simpson. And I think at the end of the day, what's going to happen, it's just going to be whatever. Diddy will come back. I know people are asking, well, I think he'll be back. He's going to release an album being like, it's going to be called Diddy Oil, or he's going to release a Diddy Oil, and he's going to have all these raps about the time where he made through and he beat the system, and that's going to happen. In 2 years, probably, we'll get that Diddy Oil album.
No.
And that'll be it. And he's going to laugh
Dude,
about it. He was already laughing.
He hasn't even made music in a long time. Like he's been doing like weird like shit producing and fucking acting. He has not made an album actually like with his own music for a long fucking time. Probably because he was beating women. Like I probably want to take a step back from the limelight while you're beating some bitch up. Okay, like probably that's a good course of action for you.
And you know what? I think I need to say for my own dignity here, I'm not agreeing with anything that he did. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not even saying I agree with the verdict.
I'm not saying that you do either.
Thank you.
No
Thank
one
you.
is.
Okay.
No,
I'm just saying I know how this will turn
opinion.
out. But
No,
thank you.
100%.
I think when you look at the verdict, and it seems outlandish, right? It seems
I
like
agree.
something else had to
It
be
is
at
outlandish.
play. It's something else had to be at play, right? That's what I think.
Let's just be clear. Like everyone plays by a different set of rules, right? You think we should all play by the same set of rules?
No.
Like and we
Yes,
should.
but no.
We should, but we don't. Right? It's a different set of rules. That's why there are people who, like it was that guy, Jesus fuck, Ron Spector had that whole situation. Largely muffled, right? The guy who shot his wife at Vitello's was right up here. What is his name? Rob.
I don't know
Oh,
what you're
fuck.
talking about. He shot his wife.
A man shot his wife at Vitello's, which is like literally $2 up. GR, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know what you're
But
talking
you know what I'm
about.
talking about, right? Also
But
got off.
Are
Yeah.
you saying, Sabrina, that they missed an opportunity here to say, and this is a big deal that will affect generations, they missed the opportunity to say right now, it does not matter whether you're a rap mogul or a toll booth operator, whether you are the best barista in that Starbucks, or whether you are the lieutenant governor of the state of California, it doesn't matter who you are. If you break the law and abuse people, you will face the
No, I'm saying
maximum
the exact
consequences.
opposite.
What I'm saying is they did not
The
say
exact
that.
opposite.
No.
They did not say that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, 100% the
They
exact
should
opposite.
have. They should have.
And there's
And
time
they
and time
didn't.
again proof of that. And that's unfortunate.
I will say I was talking to people about this today, and they were saying like, hopefully he learned a lesson from this, and he's gonna walk out of here.
Who cares
and
if
be
he
like,
learned
"To
a
the grace
fucking
of God,
lesson?
He got
Who
off,
cares
and
if
now
you learned
he's
a
able."
fucking lesson? I learned a
to
lesson
pray
when
to
I got
Muhammad,
whooped
pray
my
to
ass because I
Jesus.
went to a chlorine fucking pool and my hair turned green. That's
I
not what we
agree.
want.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna learn a lesson. I think that he thinks right now he's like, yes, I'm larger than life. I hope there's no big party he's gonna throw about this. I hope that he did learn something. But the way he like even was like smiling and he thanked the judge and he said this has been a great trial, like that kind of stuff is like it's like it says a lot about his character, about who he is, and how he feels like he's untouchable. And honestly, I think these allegations. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope everybody around him is gonna be safe. I hope no one gets hurt. And I also say this, guys.
I'm sorry. People don't. A unicorn doesn't fucking shed its fucking tail. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
What?
A unicorn doesn't shed its tail?
Yeah.
GR's not sure
I
about that
want
either.
you to go into this. I want you to go into detail.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
It still
and-
mimics
yeah.
the horn. Like it's the same colors as the horn, and the horn is only like specific to a unicorn, but a tail is specific to horses. So like if you're trying to like make it across the cultures, you go with the tail instead of the horn.
I shouldn't make jokes. And you're right. I agree. What I'm saying is
He learned he can get away with whatever he wants.
I'm just saying. That's what
It was like that
sad.
explanation was fine enough for me. I'm going to go into this.
It's sad that this guy, who at one point thought I can do it because I'm Puff Daddy, P Daddy, whatever. I don't keep up with rap culture.
Wait, he's changed his name 74 times.
Right. It's sad that this guy said, I'm this guy, so I can do anything I want. And then he goes to the court system. And what the court system, which means what we as a people, as a country, say to him is, in a sense, you're kind of right. You're not 100% right, but you can do more than that other guy who's not a rap star.
Right.
And there'll be no throwing the book at him. There's no throwing the book at him.
The thing.
He's gonna walk away. He's gonna be like, all right. He's not gonna learn anything, I don't think. And when people say that he will, I just don't believe it. And I think here's what I was trying to say before. I just hope that Cassie's okay. And I hope every woman that came forward that said anything, I hope they're okay. I hope he doesn't try to target anybody. And you know what? And that's why I said that I hope that at the end of the day he learned a lesson here, and that everyone in his circle will be fine. But I have no idea. And I think that this was a hard case to try, but I feel like the jury missed a little bit. That's all I'm saying. I think but then again, that comes under the prosecution as well. I don't think they had the case. They're talking about the baby oil, and they're joking about, like, not even joking, they're showing all the footage about him being a sex person. That's not going to sell the case right there. You got to give us more information, more data. And I thought there was going to be more given forward to actually prove those charges. And maybe there's some stuff they were talking about bringing in about like other rappers that he's affected and gone after. I thought there'd be more of that.
How about all the
as
people that
opposed
he
to
brought
select.
up and coming that he fucking signed to his label that he was fucking exploiting? How about that?
Justin Bieber. There's a lot of those. I thought it was
How
bigger.
about that? That's where the money is.
But he has not had his sentencing trial yet.
Not yet. Nope. October.
Or hearing or whatever. So my
It's not a trial, Jonathan.
I just said hearing. I just
the
said
judge
hearing.
says, "This is what you get, asshole."
And you're
Live
done.
with it.
And
That's all there is.
Agreed. I said the wrong word. But my point is this. We don't know at this point. We don't know what negotiations or meetings happened in the background.
There is none. It's in the judge's hands, period.
Incorrect. You are incorrect.
Right.
Oh, it's in the
Dude, I've been on
trying to
both
tell you.
sides of that, and they don't negotiate. Once the jury says this is it. This is what the verdict is.
Yeah.
It's in the hands of a judge.
Okay.
Period.
Yes, but I'm not arguing what the verdict is. What I'm saying is, long before the verdict was ever made, long before that, smart attorneys, and don't forget, these are politicians, okay? Long before, they can start thinking, what is it that we can do to best serve, support whatever our client and or best serve, support whatever the state or the nation.
I'll tell you what. We'll find out come October. How about we do that?
I think we might find out. I think we're going to find out sooner than that because they have that again, July 8th. The lawyers are going to sit down with the judge virtually and try to find out if they can move it up, and then we'll find out. By the end of the day, guys, Diddy's not getting out
you're
today.
saying not time for law student. Yep, got it.
No, it's time to wrap up the show.
Got it. So my answer is, it'll be what it is. It'll be what it is.
Everybody's so heated tonight, guys.
No, I'm not heated.
I think we're having good discussions.
This is great. It'll be what it is.
I just really hope at the end of the day,
you want to know
that someone's learned something.
But it'll be what it is.
Someone's learned something. Hopefully, Jonathan. Hopefully.
Yeah, he can get away with whatever he wants.
It's all political. It's all political.
It's all political.
Yes.
What did you say?
I said he learned something. He can get away with whatever he wants.
If he's gonna get 20 to 40, and I'm just saying this, if he's
not gonna get 20 minutes, let's face it.
He's not.
You don't think so?
20 minutes.
I don't think so either.
I think a couple years. I don't think.
Do you think there might be a multi hundreds of millions of dollar lawsuit attached?
Well, Jonathan, that's not anything to do with what we're talking about. Are there going to be lawsuits?
Oh yeah,
I bet there are going to be.
Exactly what we're talking about, GR, because this trial has a lot of civil infractions.
Yep, and there's going to be a lot of those coming forward and coming after him.
We'll discuss that when they get filed. All right?
Okay.
But I know at the end of the day that this is not done for Diddy. This is not done for Diddy. Diddy is not even close to being done. And he might be happy about this verdict. Of course he is. If I were him in that situation, of course he'd be happy. That was the best case scenario for him today. That was the best case scenario. At the end of the story,
Brian, the answer is Diddy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Diddy, no.
Diddy, yes, he did.
Yeah.
No, not enough. Not enough.
Well, we'll find out where that goes, guys. But I got to tell you, the Diddy saga has not finished. There's more to come. And everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Woo! Woo! Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. I've never been on an episode of this show that I enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed being on. This is the first time where I loved watching it and being on it.
Yeah.
Damn, Diddy.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, guys. As always. I hope you guys had a good time out there. Good to have everybody on the show tonight. Also, thank you for being here, the thirsty daddy himself, Mr. GR Waters. Thanks, GR.
Me, not you, by the way.
I like that point. I like that lean back and point right there.
Yeah, lean back with it.
I like that lean back and point. That was good.
Do you remember like this? He's like, oh, hold on. Hey.
That's GR's looking. He's looking for a thirsty mama. Thanks for being here, GR.
Next level.
Appreciate you as always.
Next level.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan McFadden, for being here as well, Jonathan. Hope you had a great time tonight.
I had a remarkable time. I hope I didn't offend too many people. And Sabrina, I'm just saying, email me, shoot me text, whatever. Look, our mommies and daddies are the only ones that are going to watch this, but you and I should have a show where we just get on and interrupt each other and have a great time just doing what we did tonight. And I feel like we'll either get 100 million viewers or
none.
None.
Yeah.
But we'll have fun either way.
Let's take that chance.
and don't let today's like raucousness take you away from how we started, which was we need somebody to fix this process. I think the
That's
Diddy
true.
case is
Brian.
a very clear indication of how there's always that extra inch given or mile given to those who are celebrities. And you know what? Somebody who's not a celebrity wouldn't have made those decisions that Diddy made or whatever because they're living a real, respectful life, so to speak. And what I'm referring to is Brian should at least, if he
Yep.
doesn't get your vote, he should at least get your email, your comment, or your phone call in which you tell him this is what it takes to get my vote. And I think he's earned that. That's the end of my thing here. Good night,
Well,
everyone.
that's great.
Thank you,
And
Jonathan.
I honestly, as a member of TAG, and not to steal the floor from anyone, but like Brian is like legitimately up against a lot of shit, and he's fighting for us. And it's things that like over the course that we've known each other, like it's my God, there's so many things that are so fucked up. And like I literally like I'm sorry, I was gonna readjust. The last time they renegotiated contracts, they're like, we negotiated like robes for like people if they're like doing sex stuff. And I'm like, pretty sure robes were always fucking available for people who were doing sex stuff or for people who were doing background and in a pool doing sex stuff or like had a bikini on. Like, why are you trying to tout something that is not something that you accomplished as what you've accomplished? Because they've accomplished nothing. So I will say this. He is well aware of the issues. I'm in SAG. He's in SAG. Jonathan's in SAG. GR's in SAG. A lot of the people that are on our show is in SAG. So are in SAG. I'm sorry. That was improper. What? Oh, I am going. But you just stopped me like an asshole. Oh, okay. So whatever. Anyway, things are happening. People are cheering me and disappointing me at the same time. However, my point is that he is for us. He is for the people who don't have a vote. He is for the people who don't have a say. He's for the people who struggle through a daily life, like working on set. And I did that for 30 years. Like, honestly, 30 fucking years. And it's ridiculous. And my pension is split. And I have an equal number of SAG, and I have an equal number in AFTRA, and I get shit. So I'm fucked. You know, and I have friends that were like, I'm only going to work SAG. And I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you do that? And that's why. Because they win. They have way more of a pension and a retirement than I do. And I will never have that. Because I split my time. I said, hey, whoever's going to hire me, I'm going to do it. I want to work. And it's really fucked up what they did to us. And they promised us when they joined that we were going to be together and that there was going to be a joint plan. And there's not. And there won't be. So I have basically lost my vesting in SAG, and I lost my vesting in AFTRA. So I'm fucked, and I'm sure there's a million people that are just like me. After working for 30 years in the industry. So you know, just do your part. If you know anyone, please do. Also, if you're not related to the SAG-AFTRA thing, which I feel like most of you aren't, and I'm sorry you had to listen to that, but please like and subscribe. Because this is a thing, and you know we're trying to make things happen. And Queen, I love you. I love you so much. I wish if you come to LA, please let us know. You're amazing. Yeah. I want to have you. I want to put you on the show. I want to do all the things. You're one of our most.
She's our queen.
Yeah, you're our queen. You're our queen.
Thank you, Sabrina, for saying that too. There's a lot of us that are struggling and suffering in this union, and they have been for a long time. And again, false promises led us to being where we're at right now. But false promises can turn around if you elect Brian Kruse, because I'll make those promises reality finally. Thank you for being here, Kruse Control, guys.
Ryan, how can they get a hold of you if they have questions about that?
Just
How can they
contact me at
contact you?
cruisecontrolshow@gmail.com. Hit me up, send me messages, catch me live as always. Spread the love. Again, if you know anybody out there that's SAG-AFTRA, that's been frustrated, that's angry, that's upset, that needs help, contact me on Facebook, contact me on Instagram at Brian.Kruse, or find me right here at Kruse Control Show. Any platform you can find me, guys. And you guys know where to find me. Right here, guys. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And also on TikTok from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mondays through Friday, guys. Check it out, guys. Thank you for being here, Kruse Control.
That's an amazing stream, too, because it's just Brian. There's nobody else.
It's just me.
Brian talking about issues. It's so worth tuning into.
Yeah. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about later, guys. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Been a great night. It's been a crazy, fiery, upside down, left side up, crazy kind of night. We're having a good time as always.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you guys for being here. We'll talk to you very soon. There's not going to be a show on Friday because it is 4th of July. So there'll be no show on Friday. Debating a show on Saturday, we'll see what happens. We'll see if people are thirsty enough after drinking all day on the 4th of July to drink some more on Saturday. We'll find out very soon. I'll keep posting, guys. Have a great night. Appreciate you as always. Please like and subscribe. Join our Patreon as always if you can, guys. And you got to help us out. You got to spread that love. Oh, also, guys, fast. We're like 17,500 subscribers. Make the new people pay in.
Excuse me, 17,619.
6,000. I'm sorry.
Shut your mouth, Brian.
I appreciate that 119 people I forgot about for a second. Thank you for being part of Kruse Control. Queen, good to see you. I saw Buck took off. Good to see you, Buck. David Banner, as always. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys day in and day out. Have a great night. And keep spreading that love. Tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great 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 grandmas and grandparents. They're fantastic. Never forget about them. Love your grandparents. Guys, have a great night. Until next time, everybody. Woo! Take care. Spike your hair. I'll be back hopefully Saturday. If not Saturday, see you on Monday. And until then, everybody, see ya. Vote for Brian Kruse.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry.